Hello, welcome to tonight's session. We are Sages Inc. Look, hey, look, I got the thing up. And we are presenting Jake. We were originally Apprentice Hero Helpers LLC. We've changed names. Holy cow, killing it over here. And there's that. We got a couple new people joining us tonight because a couple of our old members have stepped away or had to step back, and we got new people. So we're going to do a quick intro, recap, all that fun stuff like we usually do. So I'm going to go box to box. Like what's the name of that game show?
Celebrity Squares?
That one, yeah, that style. Celebrity Stair Scouts. We're just gonna. Alright, so top row up here is Zesty, who's going by Dragon Apprentice. Oh, by the way, some of us, not all of us, have changed our Discord names so you know which character we are. Hill over here with just Hill. Not even using real names and stuff. He's not even going by his moniker.
No, I told you, Discord just did some weird stuff and just, changed it.
Allegedly.
I didn't even change it. Discord changed it.
You gotta work on that. Alright, so, what else we got here? So, Dragon Apprentice, tell us who you are, what you're playing as, all that fun stuff. And all this is gonna be player knowledge. They'll have actual intros in the story when they get thrown in.
So, I'm actually really bad at spelling. That's supposed to say Dungeon Apprentice instead of Dungeon Master. It's not Dragon Apprentice, it's Dungeon Apprentice. I just can't spell for... Yeah, I know, I'm terrible at spelling.
You spelled it right. What are you talking about?
That's my mistake. And... Okay, anyway. I'm new to the server. I am playing a GIF paladin who's named Albus. I'm glad to be here. And we'll have fun, hopefully.
Okay, so, just for the people that are not aware of what that race is, what's a GIF? Spelled G-I-F.
Oh, I'm a hippopotamus.
Hippoman.
Yes, and I'm of the soft G variety. As in, I don't call it a GIF, it's a GIF. It's a soft G. Soft like a turtle.
Alright. So, jumping down to Lawrence.
Hi. Yep, I don't have any aliases. Just going by Lawrence for now. I'm playing a courtier, noble, ASMR, divine sorcerer.
Named?
Lord Barrymore Gold Thistle.
I know I helped with that name, but it sounds so good. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Yep, thanks for the help.
Gold Thistle was a solid choice. Alright, jumping over to our other newest member, who's playing Rhett Stonybrook.
That's it, yep. My name's Rob, playing Rhett Stonybrook. He's a half-elf bard. That's it. It's nice and basic.
Basic. He says he's basic.
Yeah, well, not everyone else has seen my character sheet. So.
Okay, and obviously we got Younger and Frozen down here as Fulgash and the impreconceivable mummy, who's
Marzex Duskbringer. Not that complicated.
It's a wizard. It's a wizard's name for sure. I know you're a warlock, but that's a wizard's name for sure. When you get a tower, you're gonna put your name on it. It's gonna take up half the tower on the sign. So, obviously I'm DMing, playing Profitulius, the handy-dandy thief, who never steals anything, ever. It's never happened. It might be important for all of us to have our character sheets / phones at the ready with our character info, so we can dole out the stuff. But while I'm pulling out my character sheet, how about someone give us a quick recap of what happened last session? Because last session we ended on a super heavy cliffhanger, so maybe go back to last, 3 sessions and redo the tournament real quick. As simply as possible.
May I?
Of course.
Alright, so we came... I forget the name of the city that we're in, but we came to
Killstone!
the city... What's that?
Killstone.
Killstone. We came to the city of Killstone to participate in this tournament because the various winners of this tournament, as well as any warriors who gave a good accord of themselves, would be hired to do an escort mission for one of the princesses of the Empire. Sorry, words are. I decided to speak and words are running out of my mind. Anyways, we're very interested in this because our lovely benefactor Profi is interested in knocking off most of his family.
I wouldn't put it like that, but I guess that's right.
He would probably put it more eloquently, but that's the basic gist. And so we participated in this tournament. There was a singles division, a team division, and an oral debate division. I myself completely dominated the singles division. And then in the team division, our entire crew completely dominated. So we won all three divisions, actually, because if I remember right, Profi was in the oral debate division and
I was.
walked away with that.
But what did I look like? Explain how I'm sneaking around as a prince of the Empire. That's probably an important point for the people watching. Like, they should know each other. Why does no one recognize me?
Have you ever told us what you look like?
No. He's currently disguised as my twin brother.
That's right.
So he just looks like a weird guy.
Yep, we call them the Black Linen Twins because Marzex is covered in black wraps being a mummy, and he's given some of his extra wraps to our dear friend Profi and wrapped him up to make him look like himself. And I've been grandstanding as much as possible because I went and made a deal with a dwarven armorer for some adamantine armor. And have been grandstanding, showing off his maker's mark on my armor and telling everybody how great my armor is.
The medieval version of ShamWow.
ShamWow! Beat someone's
Yes.
ass and then say, look how cool I look. Find this at your local bladesmith. Dwarven armor smith, whatever. Okay, so.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty general rundown. I don't know if you want more specifics.
Who won the team tournament? Was there any shenanigans that they should be worried about?
Oh, there were definitely some shenanigans. So, in the last combat, I was approached by this weird shadow figure who placed a bet with me on whether or not I would win in the finals of the singles tournament. And when I did seize victory, he gave me this stone. And when I seized victory, this shadow thing came out of the stone and captured the person that I was fighting. And then he came out and was all like, I'm going to take this person with me for now.
There was a cane or a coin or something fell out of the NPC's pocket, turned into a cane. The cane then turned into a mimic, ate the individual, and then the shadow figure guy just kind of appeared, took the cane, and disappeared.
That was really
Right.
close to what happened. So the bet was made at the battle before the final, as who would win and who would lose. Fulgas won the bet and got a random rock. It was just kind of a gray thing, so it was kind of like, I don't understand what I got for winning, but whatever. Then he goes out and fights, and it's this epic, long battle, and he's whooping ass and taking names, and right before the final blow's dealt, he gets knocked on his butt from an attack, and the rock falls out of its pocket. It then turns into the mimic and eats the person, and then becomes a cane, to be picked up by the shadowy figure, as we'll call them, that then disappears into nothingness, and everyone's just like, okay. To note that the person he was fighting was basically a demigod, because they instantly killed everyone else in the tournament. Just murked everyone except for one other fighter that kind of gave them a hard time. Alright, and then what happened in the team tournament? How was that? What did we do there?
Wasn't the team tournament us versus one barbarian?
That was the final.
Okay, the team tournament.
Team tournament, we did a clean sweep. Didn't lose any characters, but we got to the final round. It was us versus one guy. So in story, a couple of our characters stepped out because their players had stepped out for the session. And we fought, quote-unquote, honorably, 3-on-1. And it was not pleasant. There was no honor in it. We just demolished this old, strong man.
I mean, I would say that he gave a good accord. Like, he threw us around and he had us, like, really on the rope for a minute, and then we came back and just mopped the floor with him.
It was like,
He pushed my friends,
back and
so I
forth,
pushed
and
them
then
back.
wall broke. It was great. Okay, and then we have the debate tournament, which the Black Linen Twin won at a tied final round, yada yada. So our party clean swept the entire tournament. And now we're at the awards ceremony and at our various pedestals, and literally everyone in the party is somewhere on the pedestals, whether for individual achievement or for team achievement. So this is where we're cutting into. Your guys' character, I kind of talked to you in the background where they're at. But you guys are going to be standing on a balcony next to the person who is revealing themselves on the balcony. So, as she approaches the ledge, you people on the ground see a moderately attractive human female, probably in her early to late 40s, so a big range depending on the lighting there. None of you except for Profi will probably recognize her, but you guys are all free to make a history check for the two of you that are watching.
I'll make a history check.
All right.
Oof.
It's always the right noise.
9.
9! Yeah, you have zero clue who this princess is. You know she's royalty. She kind of looks like Profi.
But I would like to look at Profi and see his reaction.
Profi's reaction. So, go ahead and roll an insight check to see what your friend is doing, because it's not very apparent, because again, he's in a disguise.
He looks like a mummy.
Yeah.
He's so expressionful.
Insight. 12.
A 12! Yeah, you're not... Profi's got a pretty guarded emotional stance 90% of the time anyway. So as you try to get a read on him, you can't tell through the costume, basically. You can't see his face. He's not, like, shaking or quivering or anything like that. So you assume he's holding things together. So, that being said, jumping up to the people on the balcony, you watch as the princess yawns and yades about the fight and how beautiful it was and how it was her favorite thing to watch and how she is directly offering them the job. They can either take the job and get paid triple their rewards, or they can take their rewards and go home. She asks everyone but the Black Linen Twin, who she looks over and says, "Your prize is not mine to grant, and to give it to you, one of my fancy bodyguards," she looks over and looks at the bard, "you will present the key to the city to the award winner."
Alright, so do I have the key?
You have, it's a symbolic, ridiculous looking key. It's pretty light because it's made out of copper or something, but it's just like one of those cartoony keys.
Okay, yeah, alright, I'll walk it over to Profi then, and I'll hand it off with a flourish.
You do so good. Are you trying to like perform or be funny or anything like that?
Sure, we'll make it kind of dramatic. We'll call it a performance.
Make a performance check then. How dramatic is it? Do the people love it? Do they hate it? Where's it at?
Alright, so, performance. Oh, it's 10.
Oof.
It's pretty average. You're kind of phoning it in, you know. As you walk down, here's your key. Hope you enjoy.
That's lame.
I mean, you're not doing anything crazy. You know what I mean? You're doing what you're supposed to do. Which has pretty much been your attitude, as per our discussion earlier, for the last while now. Your heart's not really into it where it's at. So, switching over to our other two new characters who are actual bodyguards / friends of the princess, or at least guests. You guys can make some kind of action here to determine your opinion of the would-be group of winners in front of you. Now, again, you just watch them tear through the rest of the tournament. And you know they're a group together because they've been fighting in the group tournament together. You've also seen them fight each other in the singles combat. So it's like there's what's the right term? there's no determining that they're not working together. You've seen them fight. You've seen them like surrender and give up when it's an appropriate time to stop fighting, that kind of thing.
Except for a few accidental deaths.
And not on our team.
Rhymes.
Any of you have any actions you want to do to assess the group / assess the situation, or just kind of yada yada through it? This is to Lawrence and... What's your character's name again? Albus. Thank you.
Albus. Albus is going to... he's going to make a no-duh insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
Ascertain, rather.
So is it like a group insight check, or are you trying to
ascertain.
check out one specific person? Because the people up on the pedestal currently are a terrifying-looking robot machine man, a weird snake person. You've seen her use knives, and she looks very assassiny. She is a Yanti, closer to the snake side, if I remember correctly. And then there is two... they're just like humanoids that are you can't tell what race they are because they're just wrapped up in this black leather stuff. Again, they've been calling them the Black Leather Twins. You've seen one of them use magic, and you've seen the other one use knives. And then there is the fighter, who has been the star of the show pretty much the entire tournament. Just big old half-orc. Got a nice big glaive. Got some fancy armor. Anytime he gets to talk about his armor, he talks about his armor. So he's pretty well known quantity-wise.
Yeah, right on. I'm going to... Albus is going to try to pull an insight check on the fighter, because everybody else may look scary and imposing, but if push comes to shove, Albus knows he's going to have to take out that fighter pretty quick. So I rolled an 8, all dots included.
Okay, so you roll an 8 to kind of see where this man's head at, and he just looks excited to be standing where it's at. He's enjoying the recognition. There doesn't seem any ulterior motives to him. He just seems happy. Full guess, your real opinions are your own.
I'm getting paid lots of money right now.
Allegedly. Lawrence, do you do anything, or you just kind of stand there watching?
In general, to all the winners, congratulate them. Congratulations. The gods favor you today.
Okay, so are you trying to make some kind of speech or something at them to, like, get their attention, or are you just kind of, like, talking next to the princess?
Oh, yes. Speaking outward towards them, trying to get their attention, yes.
Okay, so you're also doing a type of performance. Go ahead and do your performance to see if you can get the group to notice you instead of her. Because, again, you're also a noble, so, like, you trying to steal the spotlight isn't uncalled for.
Well, let's see. I don't have a performance, but my raw charisma with the 13 I rolled would be 18.
Nice. That's still a good roll. So with an 18, yeah, let me roll hers really quick, see how it goes. Let's use the roll. She crit failed. So as she's trying to do her speech and whatnot, the speeches aren't her thing, and we can all tell. So you politely come in to save her and start doing the congratulations, good job, and you start hyping it up a little bit. As you walk up there, the crowd starts, woo, yeah, those are our boys, we've been voting for the whole time, said no one. There's definitely people in the crowd that have made some money off you, though, so they're very happy. So, as you politely extend your hand to the princess and say, would you like to invite them up here? I don't want to steal your thunder, I assume, something along those lines. She seems to be, I can find the right dice here, very appreciative of you saving her butt to not look so ridiculous. So, as you do so, she kind of gives everyone the wave. So the group, besides the person holding the key, who is now still just holding this giant key, which is basically immobilizing my hands, walk up to the upper balcony. And obviously, you guys aren't the only guards there. There are also... That's a max roll. 8 other individuals that you would consider her bodyguards. So the 11 of you have been keeping company with her. You guys know that you came in 2 separate carriages. One of them belongs to one of you. Which one of you bought all the carriages? Okay. So Gold Thrush? Goldthorn? Gold Thistle.
Gold Thistle.
Oh man, I've goofed it up. Sorry. Gold Thistle has his own carriage, and she has her own carriage. And basically, both the lords have 5 of the guardy people with them. Whether or not they're actually needed to guard both people, that's just how they're traveling currently. And so they walk you up, assuming that all of us are accepting the jobs and not the money, right?
What does Gold Thistle look like?
Gold Thistle, describe yourself.
Let's see. He's a 6'3", 52-year-old ASMR. Male, of course. Pale skin with topaz eyes and salt and pepper hair.
Okay.
He's in fine dress.
And there seems to be an air of holiness around him. You'll also notice that one of the other major characters, the GIF, which some of you will have no idea, have never seen one before, also kind of has that feel to him. You'll also notice most of the other guards seem to also have this almost radiant presence that you can feel as you walk around. Whether it's the weapons they're carrying or them as people, they seem to just kind of exude a little bit of light. Whereas when you look at the princess, not so much.
Everybody around the princess is glowing, but the princess is rather dull.
Princess is rather dark, but that's neither here nor there. So, as you guys are all escorted up, you get a mental message. The 3 of us get a mental note from our friend, the Dragon Rider, Drake Rider, whatever. And he tells us that he needs help immediately. There's something going on with the ballista, and there's problems. So, of course, immediately the barbarian says, "I must take my leave. I will join you when I can," and bounces off. The snake looks around left and right. She goes, I don't really know what to do here, so I'm going to go with him. Just assume they'll pay me. Actually, I take that back. As she runs off to go deal with that, she goes, "I actually don't want the job. Can I just get my money?" The princess looks around surprised and says, Of course. And she pulls out a rationed piece of gold and whatnot, you think, hands it to her and says, "Have a wonderful time." She looks back to the rest of you as they're walking and talking about things, and she basically informs you that she was going to hire more people, but you killed them all. Which obviously means you are the best people for the job. So the 3 of us / 4 of us are going to be under her official hire. We tell her that we have another member, and then obviously the one that just took off is part of our traveling adventure. And she says, if we need to pay them, we'll pay them too. But they don't get paid unless they're here. Is that fair? I don't say anything on purpose. Again, I'm just holding the key.
That's fair.
Volga, she looks to you expectingly.
I have no input here, so I remain silent.
Aren't you the group's
I
leader?
raise my hand for one question, though.
Yes, you, in the dark robes.
I may have won if by a hair or 2, or a burnt piece of cloth, but I believe that there was a Thri-kreen that was rather skilled and powerful. Did they not survive the tournament as well?
They did. But they have politely declined working with us as of now. Along with what was it? Was it a cleric? Was she a cleric? Yeah. A cleric named Messi. She also declined for whatever reasons. Which you guys know is someone that you thought was going to start traveling with you. So for them both to take off out of the blue just is kind of weird. So, you guys are now closer to this new group of 3 individuals. It's just 3 of them. Would you like to do another reading on what they're doing? 2 of them look to be identical twins almost. The other one is obviously the fighter. But the big, scary, paladin-esque blood machine monster that was there has left. And he had something urgent to take care of. So obviously the princess was not his priority.
An area of calmness suddenly fills the room.
Right, you guys are no longer on edge. As an actual effect, he has a whole bunch of stuff that causes fear, so when he's around people, they just get wonky. So having him removed in this situation is probably the safest choice. But you have questions, comments, concerns? You can talk to any of them. You guys are walking and talking and discussing details.
Any, like, recent heroic deeds that would have spread to anyone who brings information back and forth, like, lately?
So, from... go ahead and roll me a history check, actually. That's a wonderful question, but maybe you did or didn't hear anything.
Right. Oh, natural one.
All right, so you've been too busy trying to woo the princess to tell you where your friend's at to worry about heroic deeds of other groups at the moment. But that's a great question. Does anyone else want to ask it and try rolling?
Yeah, I could do it. I'll do it. I'll do a history check.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's see. That falls under intelligence, so that's a 19.
A 19? God dang. Yeah, of course the bard would know. The bard's been like, I've been on this. I've been waiting. So he kind of whispers quietly to the two of you, because you guys, all three of you, have been traveling together for at least a week, if not longer. Actually, we'll ask that question in the group. How long have you been traveling with the princess? The bard, specifically. The other two, you've been here since you left.
Yeah, I'll say like a month.
Okay. So, speaking of time frames since you've been traveling, Gif, who is Abelis, you have been traveling with the princess for at least a year now. You've been her personal bodyguard for a year plus. You've been top man. This is your lady. Whether you have happy or sad feelings about her is on you, and you can describe those when you're talking. Jumping down to Lawrence's character. What's your first name? Because I will remember eventually.
I tried to make it an easy nickname. His name
Barry.
is Barrymore. Yeah, Barry.
Barry, okay.
Short for Barrymore, Barry for short.
There we go. Okay, so Barry, you've been traveling with them for about as long as the bard had. You met them in what's called the Gap or the Wall, or the Gap or the Wall, and have been traveling with her since then. Again, trying to weasel out information on where your best friend is. So, back to the bard, who's been gathering information every night, going out to the bars to make his money, because, princess pays, but not well enough. You go over and you kind of talk to the other two, who you consider close enough to be friends at this point, right? You go, hey, so, I think these three, or this group, is the people that took out those bandits that were on the way to Stonekill, the ones that had that ridiculous-ass ballista, because apparently they've stopped and some avenging group stole it. They might also be the ones that have been helping people clear the roads for the path crew that we heard about that arrived a day or two ago. Apparently they fought some T-Rexes or something.
Did he ever hear about, there's a terrible famine that's going to happen in the future due to some celestial squirrels?
No, I don't think the news has traveled yet. You guys are the only people that's left that town and arrived anywhere else. Now, if you wait around a day or two, that might be a new rumor. But that's the information you're able to give for would-be heroic deeds of who you think this group is.
Did I go talk to the fighter? I don't remember. It's Fulgash. He's half orc, right?
Yep.
I kind of want to talk to him and maybe get a read, kind of read his emotions and maybe his
Sure.
motivation.
So go ahead and ask him real questions, and then after you do a couple questions, we'll do an insight check. Fulgash, are you paying attention?
No.
Too bad. Pay attention. Oh, hey, time out. Before we get too crazy, I forgot our fun little extra thing, our argument die. What colors does everyone want? First one here was, who showed up first? It was Frozen, right?
No, I came in third. When I came in, I believe it was Hill and Zesty that were here.
So Zesty, you were first then, because Hill was definitely here second. Zesty, what color do you want?
I'm a red man, so.
Okay, red. Red is yours. Remember that for later. Younger?
Black.
Big surprise. Alright. Then it was Frozen.
I always try to beat Younger here because it's always a fight between him and me for black. So I guess I will take. I'll take green this time.
Alright, green for you. Got it. And then... See, I almost got this organized the correct way. Then it was Iron. You got orange, green, orange, yellow, or blue left.
Let's do blue.
Alright, blue for you. And last but not least is actually me. But before last but not least, you actually get a choice there, Lawrence. Which one do you want? Yellow or orange?
I'm not picky. Whichever one you don't want.
I'm taking the orange one then. Wahaha.
All
right, so that makes you yellow. Now, do you guys remember what those dice are for?
Yes.
New people mostly.
An argument with the DM.
Perfect.
I do
Roll
not.
it.
Okay, cool. So, I'm just going to reiterate for the people watching because they may not have seen it. Argument die, if you have a major problem with anything that's said or done on the board that doesn't make sense for A, your character, or B, the storyline, or I've made some kind of ruling in the past and you're like, you said this last time, or you 100% don't agree with the ruling, to save time and argument and all that fun stuff, we use an argument die. It's basically rock, paper, scissors. You get your color, I get mine. I roll it on camera so everyone can see it. If we tie, I win. If I win, we win. And if you guys win, we change what needs to be changed. Okay, cool beans. I reiterate that basically every episode because, there's always new people watching. So, speaking of people watching, hello. Hope you two are doing great. So, back to your questions. Sorry to interrupt you for so long. Go ahead and ask the half-orc what you need to ask.
Alright, I'm gonna take on, the HR role. So I'm gonna ask the orc, upon taking this position, what's your 5-year plan?
5 years. I'm gonna need to be paid a lot more if I'm gonna be here for 5 years.
Alright, I'm gonna make a mental note. Orc cares about money.
It's a very good mental note.
Alright, I'm good with that.
Do you still want to roll an insight check, or are you good with just that basic knowledge?
Yeah. No, I'll do an insight check.
That's awesome.
Alright, so...
What's your 5-year plan?
Okay, what we're speaking about.
So, it's a 12.
So, kind of like before, when you got the read of the group or whatnot, or when your friend got the read of the group, he just seems excited to be here. He's going to get paid, and like you just noted, money is very motivating for this obvious, apparent mercenary.
Alright, we're gonna get along.
Okay, jumping over to the other two. Anyone else want to interact with our previous party members, talking and saying anything? Party members, do you have anything you want to say to these random yahoos that are escorting you? Just as a reminder, though, there are 8 other individuals there, so it would make more sense for the new characters to ask questions than for us to be like, hey you, hey you, hey you. You know what I mean? Also, we're the security threat.
Right.
Yeah, Albus is going to go up to Fulgash and kind of... I'm going to try and intimidate him by just, showing him that I got a pistol, blunderbuss, and just showing him that as big as he is, as scary as he thinks he is, I'm not really afraid of that sort of thing. And player-wise, half orc younger, is that right?
Okay, so we got a character with a blunderbuss and a pistol. What else does he look like? How else would you describe your character's appearance?
Well, he is... If you give me just 1 second here, I will pull up what I have notes for. Okay, so lawful good, male, purple skin. I have hair on my tail, or specifically on me tail. Grayish green skin. I'm 28 years old. I stand at 7'6" high, 342 pounds. Appearance, that's all I got for appearance. I have 1,000-yard stare, but it's not really yards. It's more like 1,000-inch because I kind of got poor eyesight. So I look deep, but it's not super deep. you know.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, and you're a
Thanks,
gift,
Magic.
correct?
Right on. I am a gift, which is a hippopotamus style race from Spelljammer.
Okay.
They fresh and new.
So,
Interesting.
should we roll counter intimidation here?
So he's trying to intimidate you. You're just gonna make a wisdom save. So go ahead and roll your roll, and then roll your save. If you have any save bonuses for saving against being frightened, this is the time to pull them out.
I don't know how my personality traits play into that, but one of my personality traits is being able to stare down a hellhound without flinching.
So this would probably be not hyper effective.
Yeah, so according to the roll, it wasn't. I rolled a nat 1 and then plus 4. So
Oof. Okay.
I'm going to say he stared down the hellhound.
Yeah, so you like flash your guns and try to look him up, and he just like, I've ate scarier things than you for breakfast this week.
So that's funny because I rolled a 14.
You save. You're good. Yeah. So the intimidation fails, but it was more of just a show of you got him in your sights, right? So
just because it's kind of, I think, the way Fulgash would do this, because somebody tried to intimidate him, he's going to try to intimidate back.
that makes sense. Go ahead and make your roll. Go ahead and make your save.
What was the save?
Just a wisdom save.
It's just a glaive spin.
If you have anything that negates fear or stuff like that, this is the time it would activate.
Roll. I got a 19 total.
Oh, I'm going to go to your house and beat up your dice.
I have an 18 plus 8.
Ooh.
That's one hell of a wisdom.
26.
All right.
26. So originally I rolled insight instead of intimidation. It should have been a plus 8. I'm going to take the fail anyway. But this time I rolled the correct number, and so it turned out to be a 26. So Albus is just staring at Fulgash, and Fulgash is just staring back, I imagine. We're
just
and nobody's scared.
You've tried,
Right.
Both of you kind of flexed it a little bit, and you got that Full Metal Alchemist scene where you're just communicating through muscles.
This is where I reach out my hand and clasp him by the wrist.
I'm gonna reach back, grab his wrist, and say, "I like you. You got. What is it? What is it you got?"
The
Balls.
princess turns
Yeah,
around
I like
and
balls.
looks at you two, and well, they're fast friends. She looks at the Lord and says, "While they're asking questions, can we have someone smart and maybe interrogate them a little bit?"
All right.
She's smart voice.
I'll approach him. I hear of your deeds on the road.
Who are you talking to?
Which ones?
In general, I suppose. Well, no. You said the half-orc looks to be the leadership role?
That's what you guys all assume.
Alright. So I approach Fulgash. Yeah.
Everyone's asking Fulgash a question. The Backlund and twins are like, someone needs to talk to us in the back. Don't mind us. Continue.
Whom or what do you serve? It's just a basic question there.
Fulgash, go ahead and answer that however you will.
I
The
serve
Empire,
him,
of course.
And I'll point at Profi.
No! You dumbass! As soon as you point, you just see my head just drop, just like, fuck. No.
Yes. And then I step forward, step past.
How does it feel? I
will
didn't know
definitely-
your guardian deity was that direction.
I will definitely step as he steps to keep him from getting too close to you.
All right.
So you can still interact. We're still in talking distance. He just doesn't let you get within stabbing distance.
Oh, of course. And you? Who and what do you serve?
The Emperor, of course. Everyone serves the Emperor. Long may he live. Now, you three will know that the Emperor is dead and has been dead for quite some time now. Well, not quite some time, like a month and a half. But I will remind you that you guys are in the Wildlands, so people might not have the news yet. So you might want to correct him quickly.
Yeah.
So you hold the... Sure.
You guys could legitimately talk at the exact same time because this is that important. Like, this is something you let people know.
Yeah, we'll stumble over each other and tell him that the Emperor's dead. Like, no, stop.
Yes. So let me offer my condolences then. He happens to be dead.
Okay. You can make insight checks. Otherwise, his clothing mask his whatchamacallit. His reaction.
I will make an insight check for sure.
I'll try as well.
They're trying to watch your body language.
This will be an important moment. I promise you, Profi is having a reaction one way or the other.
I was going to say, Profi doesn't know this, does he?
No
I
idea.
had a 22.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think either of you know either. You know, you've been traveling with me for just as long as the news has been out. You have no idea.
Yeah,
he died while we were traveling, and we have not had anyone tell us yet.
No idea.
But and I rolled a 22.
22? What was the other number? Sorry.
22.
Also, okay, so you guys stare this guy down, and usually news of the Emperor would be sad news. This guy is on his toes like someone just handed him a puppy. Now, he is carrying a giant key, so it kind of looks like he's holding a puppy. He's shaking it slightly. There's a lot of energy going on, and you don't know why.
Albus would like to roll perception to see if he notices that.
Sure.
And if he does, I would like to pursue that.
Sure. Okay. You can perceive the physical movements, I would assume.
Okay, so I rolled a 16 on that.
Okay, so you don't quite get the same insight check that they do, that he's excited, but you do notice that his key shakes as soon as the news is put out. Now, you can interpret that as he is upset or trembling or sad, but you definitely see emotion with what's going on. So obviously the news has affected him in some way.
Okay, so let me paint this picture in my own head here. Fulgas is standing between Profi and Gold Thistle, correct?
Correct. And the other Black Linen twin is on the far side of them, not far away from Profi. Again, they haven't identified either of their names. They're just the Black Linen twins.
Right. So Albus is going to try and push past Fulgas to get closer to Profi.
No.
Oh yeah. What would you like me to
How
roll for that?
aggressively is this motion happening? Just curious.
Yeah,
Is
so
it like
it's
a brush or
it's with the aggression that a drunken man is trying to get past somebody who's not as inebriated.
So, oddly enough, as he approaches, you notice Profi put his hands out. Like, to stop you from stopping.
Eight?
No, just like one hand quietly, like, just wait.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to stop me from stopping him.
Correct.
Understood.
No, Albus seeing
there
that.
definitely will be that like motion to move, and then I'll notice and step back. Not necessarily relax, but just step back.
And at the same time that you're noticing that and you're stepping back, Albus is going to drop his aggression by a lot because he's not trying to get through you now. He sees that Profi is extending, just like, it's okay. And Albus is going to say, "You there? Do I know you?"
10 seconds?
Oh.
10 seconds. I gotta roll on containing emotions over here. The voice that you heard a second ago kind of gets a little gruffer. As he coughs for a second, he says, I don't know why you would think that.
Son, the gift race has a weird memory, and I kind of forgive my insolence, of course, but you seem familiar, and perhaps it's just my brain telling me lies.
Under the thing, Profi is smiling. He says, no, never fear. It's fine. You might have met me before in a palace or something in another life. I like to consider myself royalty most of the time. And those of you that have heard Profi's voice before know that he is just laying it on as thick as possible. For some reason, he does not want this man to hear his voice.
Another life. Yeah, that sounds, that's right. Probably another life. Just passerby, I suppose. And with that, Albus is just kind of back up a little bit and give you a standoffish sort of stare. Hands on his hips, like one is sitting on the blunderbuss, and one is sitting like if he had pockets, would be like sitting in the pocket or on like thumb in the pocket, and just kind of leaning back on his heels, just kind of sizing you up and eyeballing the situation here, and kind of not going to speak too much on what he's thinking, but it's apparent that Albus has an opposing thought to what was just said.
Perfect. So, you guys have a pretty good read, or at least you think you have a relatively good read of these people, and you finally enter what you would assume is your guys' staying quarters. It's in the arena still, but the princess has basically rented out a large space and converted it into a fancy bedroom. Everything that wasn't carried in the third cart that carried all of her other stuff has been put in this room. Though, you will make a note, the three of you, that she has basically left the room every night, pretty late at night, along with one of the guard members that are with you that you know is a wizardy type, to go hang out in the cart. You assume some kind of romance or something is going on, maybe. But that doesn't seem to stop her from being flirtatious with the bard.
Hey.
So, is this where we're going to find out details on the contract?
Yes. There's a comfy couch, so on and so forth, and she says, "Gentlemen, please sit down. Do any of you know me?" Obviously not referring to the three others. Marzex, go ahead.
Would I know her?
You would at least know of her. Go ahead and make a history check to see how much you know about her.
Well, no, I meant, do I actually know her?
Marzex, you have never met anyone of the royal family besides Profi.
Okay.
Remember,
well,
you've been asleep for.
Serves the royal family. So.
Right, but remember, you've been asleep for a long time, and you just got woken up recently to go deal with the other noble. So none of the royal family members have been alive since you've been asleep.
12.
Okay, so in your quick reassessment of the world, basically your catch-up brief when you woke up, you got the names of the 23 royal family members and a slight description of all of them. And the closest one you can think to this one is one of the middle children. You can't remember her name, but you do remember that she is a rebellious type.
Okay.
Okay. Profi obviously knows, but he's keeping quiet. Fulgash?
Sure, I'll make an attempt.
Now, I will note out that while we've been traveling, Profi's been telling you guys his stories from, his childhood and things like that, so you might have also remembered something from there. Is basically how Fulgash is going to know.
Excuse me while I crunch. 15.
A 15! So, much like Margesh, you kind of remember that this is one of his middle sisters, probably one of his one of the older ones. You think her name rhymes with Oxy.
Moxie.
Is this one of the ones that he liked?
No.
Oh, goody.
No. If you remember, there's only 2 sisters that he gets along with at all. Moxie is not one of them.
All right. Well, I will do my best not to show that changes things now that I recognize her.
Now, do you answer her question and say, "You are Princess Moxie," or do you just remain silent?
Oh, I answer her question.
Good. She goes, of course the leader of the group would know. So, champion, since you won not only the team tournament with the rest of your group, but also led yourself to a strong victory, you are the one that's going to negotiate the contract, obviously, right?
Yes.
What's going on out there?
You need to take a minute and go check?
Yeah, give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Stream, give me a second. I'm going to put on the BRB.
Oh, if he's going to BRB, I'm going to go grab me a Sodas of nondescription.
The best mayor.
Definitely not drinking the label or showing the label, right?
Yeah, I attempted not to.
That's why you do this. You take the big hand.
Yeah, I got tiny hands and they'll cover it.
Oh, well. Drink tiny sodas, then.
That's why I keep on going like this. I'm taking a sip out of a can.
See, another glorious reason why a camera isn't needed. I can do whatever I want. Nobody knows any better.
I'm actually naked under all these clothes, but who cares?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Apparently, dog stole baby pizza, and baby was not happy.
Ah.
So,
Younger went to go get a drink, and he'll be right back.
We don't need him here. It's fine. He's going to agree to everything anyway. Dang it. We got to move the story along. So, she looks to you and says, "Okay, champion. Now, I sent out several flyers, and I have been told not all of them have the same rewards written on them. So, the flyer that you found, what was the rewards that you were promised?"
So, out of character, I don't recall if we talked about what the reward was.
We definitely did. Yeah, there was a reason that you guys were so apt to go to this tournament.
I know that there was a fairly generous sum of money, and that there was the contract to protect the princess for a little while.
Okay,
but I don't recall the actual amount.
So, for winning the individual tournament, I believe the prize was 1,000 gold. For winning the team tournament was also 1,000 gold, but it had to be split amongst however many members you put in there. So if it was six ways, 4 ways, whatever. And then the key to the city was the Taki tournament reward, which I am currently holding. If you guys remember, this basically gives us leeway in Killstone to go into anywhere and do whatever we want for the next weekish, or until we cause enough trouble where they take the key back from us.
Yes. So I will re-relay that information.
Okay, she goes, okay. Good, you didn't find the one that promised a whole bunch of gems. I don't know who wrote that one up, but I'm going to personally stab him when I see him. One of the other people that has politely asked not to get paid for completing the contract tried to take an astral diamond off my hand, and I was a little perturbed by that. I think the local guards will find him in a day or two. So, glad you were at least reasonable and not a whole bunch of liars. So, that being said, you personally, I will pay you 1,000 gold 3 times over for being my personal bodyguard while I am here in the Wildlands. As soon as I leave the Wildlands, your contract will get filled. If it takes more than, we'll say, 2 months, then we'll renegotiate the contract. I don't plan to be here forever. I have 3 family members to find here. I had 4, but I found 1. We are needing to gather so we can mourn our father together. We must find them quickly. And she looks over. Oh, I take that back. I guess I will need 4, because I'm also missing my brother. What's his name again? Your best friend? There, Gold Thistle. Louder? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Hilarious.
Hilarious, thank you. I forgot about poor Hilarious. He's also gone missing. So 4 family members. So it might take 2 months. obviously, my guards here are getting paid their regular wages, so I don't want to talk about this too much in front of them. But does that seem like a fair assessment to you?
So, I'm going to activate my story feat.
Ooh, dun dun dun. Okay.
If you recall, my story feat is called Money Talk. And I gain advantage on persuasion and pay double for job completions.
Correct. So go ahead and make a persuasion check as you try to jack this price up double.
And I'll say something along the lines of, with this many guards, you must be going into very dangerous places, dealing with very dangerous people. And I feel like there should be some hazard pay involved.
Okay, roll your dice. At advantage.
Alright. So, first roll. Luck ball. It was an 8 total.
Oh, definitely need that advantage.
And second roll. Is a 24 total.
24 total. So you kind of start your way through it, and then you go, look. Sorry, let me be serious here. If you go off on your dangerous people, dangerous stuff, and just hit it really hard, and she goes, fine, 6,000. But you will accompany me back to the mainland as well. Is that fair for you?
Done.
She writes up an individualized contract with your name on it. And she goes, and for you, this one gets to be signed in blood. How does that make you feel? She smiles.
I will, without even, flinching, I'll bite the end of my thumb.
You do so.
Press it on the contract.
You do so. And as you do, you hear Marzex go, oh no. You can feel some kind of magical connection between you and that piece of paper.
You just signed a devil's contract. Good job.
It doesn't seem to have any effect on you currently, but you know there's something wonky that just happened. So, jumping over to the 2 remaining people, she says, you and your other 2 friends will have to sign a group contract. This one will not be bound in blood, but I'm also paying you considerably less. Since there are 4 of you, I assume your partner here is okay with taking a little less gold so you guys can get a little more gold. So 1,000 divided 4 ways would be meaning you guys would be getting 500 gold apiece for this adventure. Right? Sorry, no, 750 gold for this the adventure with us.
You said 1,000 divided by 4. That's 250.
Right, times 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
yeah, 75.
So basically, Snake Lady took 250 gold and took off.
750 it is then.
Good. Yeah, you'll know that the other 250 would have gone to your barbarian friend, but he's left, so she hasn't even been able to pay him off yet. But he is quote-unquote welcome, and as soon as he signs the contract, he can be here. You'll notice that this contract is way less fancy. It seems to be just a, sign your name, sign a thing, regular pen and paper. Profi politely asks you to sign.
So the outside of the wastelands?
No, the wildlands. So while she is in the wildlands, you guys are going to be part of her personal bodyguard.
Okay. Only for the wildlands for me.
Yep. Obviously the special contract goes to our friend the half-orc. He's got something special going on. We're supposed to take her back to the mainlands, which means going all the way back to the Imperial continent with her.
I do an arcane check on that.
Of course.
You said Profi is not going to sign. He's going to have somebody else sign for him.
Yep, he in his gruff voice says, brother, please sign for me. You know I'm terrible at writing. And Mars X happily signs
What's
his
the matter?
name.
What's the matter,
I don't-
Twinsky? Yeah, right?
Of course I can write. I just, my handwriting's terrible.
You see
Oh, please,
me
it's okay.
sign, I say, oh, don't worry. I have a hand for your signature. And I reach inside of the cloth wrapped around me and pull out a small hand. And I use it to grab a quill, and it hovers, and a crawling claw signs for him.
Albus is going to address that and say, well, that's terrifying by all absolutes.
So you have seen him use this before, actually. He's used it in combat several times. You see random little hand things pop off of his body and they attack people. You guys
And
probably...
it was terrifying every time then, too.
I agree. Our group was very scary. It was Halloween edition before it was Halloween edition.
This hand is skilled in calligraphy.
It's got a +1 or signing my name.
Am I in a position to see the signatures?
Sure. Casual observation. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 15.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, I want to see what all of them wrote as their names.
So you see, obviously, Fulgash signed his name and didn't sign his name. He just put his thumbprint. Marzex wrote the name Marzex out, and then underneath, and my brother. Did not actually say his brother's name. Just said, and my brother. I assume younger, or did you write my actual name? You're the one that did the action.
I would have written something like, it would have probably, instead of been, it would have been I would have wrote something like, yeah, my brother, that's fair enough. Twins.
Okay.
Like something like twins.
The other guy.
Just Breener twins.
Alright, there you go. So that's how he signs for both of us. So you don't actually use your name either, you just go by our moniker?
Well, I mean, that's my last name. Not my fault if she recognizes it or not. Probably not.
Okay. So yeah, so he signs his real last name and then my brother on the other thing.
Can I ask? I want to ask Provi what his name is.
You asked Profi what his name is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna address him and be like, by the way, what's your name?
10 seconds while I roll a deception check, because I'm 100% going to try and lie. 13 plus pluses, that's not terrible.
And
Okay.
Greg.
Let's see.
My deception's great, but I don't
9.
think I'll
So
lie and just let him
22
trip over it.
22 for my roll. So as I look at you as straight faced as possible again, I'm pretty obscured with the wrappings on, and I say my name is people just call me Hector.
Okay, I see. Hi, Hector. I'll just buy it. That's fine.
I mean, you can 100% roll an insight check if you want, or just use your passive insight and it'll pass.
You're disgusting.
What's wrong?
You
What's
chose
wrong?
the worst day possible.
What's wrong with Hector?
Do you not remember?
Of course I remember, but no one else here does.
Not even your sister?
Albus
Let's see.
rolled a total of an 8 on an insight.
Hector seems like a real name to you.
My insight is 21.
Then Hector seems like a real name to you.
Okay. Alright, I'll buy it.
Pretty fast for a
Well, I
Hector.
guess
He's
it
usually
just goes
pretty
to
dumb.
show you can't judge a book by its cover. I wouldn't have guessed your name was Hector. Oh, I know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, book. That's definitely what this rap is made out of. That's the tad ominous for everyone else in the room, but it may have distracted you from my name for a minute. So, as you get Hector's name, what do you guys do next?
Hey, Albus is going to look at the other twin and address him. What was your name? I'm sorry. Or what should he call you?
My name is Marzex Duskbringer. And I extend my actual hand to you.
It seems to be
It is
old.
again wrapped in linen wrappings, but it is extremely, extremely thin and a very grayish-like skin.
Albus is going to
from the.
Albus is going to daintily, like, finger and thumb grab it and just kind of like teacup it. Nice to delicately meet you there.
Oh, well, for in the future, you see that crawling claw that I had expand into a hand that can fit your grasp and grips it.
That's what's better. Yeah. Oh, good grip there, son. You horse wrangler hat there. That's what that feels like. Did you ever wrangle horses? Kind of frail to be a horse wrangler, but again, what do I know? Apparently,
I can say out of all my years, I have yet to wrangle a horse.
I look over.
Only a few now.
Well, how does it?
Didn't we wrangle?
How does it? Oh, a
few
few nets, you say?
What was that, Albus?
Oh, frail man like you wrangling necks. That's again, that's whole with the whole terrifying thing. I'm not admittedly afraid of you. I'm just saying, if a man were to be afraid of such a creature, he would probably be up there.
I will take that as a compliment.
I think I had a nightmare about you.
Cuddly bear.
Cuddly bear. I want you to reiterate that in your own head. Cuddly bear. It's, what's the term the kids say? Something backwards. Oxymoron, I think, is what the kids say.
Ooh, chuckle to himself and says,
please don't chuckle there. Your laugh is just as terrifying. It's nightmare fodder all the way around. You're just for not being a very large person, you're very intimidating. I don't understand it. It's haunting.
I would like to do an insight check to see if that was actual, are you actually terrified or just?
Yeah, I watched you in combat. You like everybody else can hold their own with like physical abilities. Your magic abilities are frightening.
Okay. Well, I will attempt to refrain from such actions in regards to our interactions.
Thanks. Don't want me peeing me old panties here.
So, to move things along, a couple minutes later, the princess collects her stuff from you guys and says, now for the issue of transportation for the group of us as we're traveling. She looks at what appears to be an old map and says, according to my map here, she waves it around wildly, we are here, she points to Killstone. If you guys want to look at your own personal maps on your computers or phones, wherever I sent those to you, this would be an appropriate time for me to relay the information so you know what the heck we're heading to. I'm going to pull it up on the big computer so the people on the Twitch can see stuff. Maybe, perhaps. I'm actually going to double click. Maybe if they'll let me move this over here out the way so where they can't see it. No, get out of there!
No, there's too many of them! Ah!
Sorry. Where's my maps? There's my
Hope we don't go back the way we came.
That would be terrifying. Cannibal baby.
Cannibal baby, hello!
Also, hello, Enjoy. First time viewer. That's a lie, Slender. We know you've been watching it through your wife's TV. It's okay. So here's our map. Zoom-a-doo. We are over here. Maybe if it'll let me zoom in. There it is. We're in Killstone. So she points to Killstone. She says, we've traveled... excuse me. We've heard word that one of our brothers was in Navi. No, sorry, not Navi. Where are they at?
Yes.
Is that where my brother at? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We heard one.
That's where we myrtleized one.
Right. She goes, so...
Oh yes, Hector.
No, Hexus.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting Hector from. That's another villain, friend. Wrong campaign.
Oh, my bad. Mixing things.
It's okay. I think Hector was one of the other siblings from when Julius was running around.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, I've sent some men to Navi to go inform him of our brother's demise. He's been there for years. I've heard word back that he's been dealt with, so we're going to move on and try and find my other 4 siblings. She looks around and looks directly at Barry. 4 siblings. We'll find them soon, I'm sure. She says, if we zoom in on our map here, that allegedly one of them is in Ashmoon, as well as one of her other brothers is somewhere in... oh man, I forgot if I wrote that in the spy notes or not. In the mountain range down to the south, in between or below Glen Fall and away from Ethel. They were traveling there on their honeymoon with their significant other. Then is that 2 or 3? I said Ashmoon, honeymoon.
Shall we travel down the coastline, or are we going to trudge through these wilderness?
Well, you guys seem to be the experts here. We're basically dead center of both places we need to go. Also, allegedly, my youngest brother, Profi, is traveling in the wildlands somewhere, so hopefully we'll find him in one of the towns along the way. I very much miss him. Very much. I would like to see him safe.
So we're taking your siblings to the funeral?
No, we're just informing him of Father's demise, and making sure they head back to the Imperial capital so the rest of us can have an appropriate conversation of who is actually going to lead next. Obviously, the first in line is first choice, but a couple of us lower down the line would like to make sure that we are getting the appropriate attention and space that we deserve. And I wouldn't want any of my siblings to miss out on this. She looks over at GIF at the GIF, so the Albus, and says, besides, Albus here would miss his best friend. If we don't
That's
find
right.
him.
Profi and I go way back.
So comfortable in royal presence.
So Albus has a best friend missing, and Lawrence has Hilarious, who is missing.
Yes, this would be an appropriate time to describe your guys' backstories really quick to fill in everybody on your stuff. And then we can talk about if we're going to Ashmoon or checking out the southern mountain ranges.
I feel like my mic's too quiet. Can you guys hear me?
It's a little quiet, so maybe put it closer to your mouth a little bit.
Right on. Is that better?
That's way better, yeah. Here, I'll also turn up your volume on the thing so you're a little bit louder. Okay, say something right now. Okay, I think that's better. You kind of whiffed it.
Sorry.
There we go. That's perfect. Hey, get back to everybody. So again, this is an appropriate time to tell the rest of us your backstories, because again, we might have talked about it in chat, but no one else but those in chat know anything about you. So, how do you know people? How are you connected? What's our backstory interweaving together look like at this point? Let's start with Lawrence. Lawrence, Barry goes ahead and talks about his past before we jump onto Albus and then the bard who's kind of just drinking quietly in the corner. Heavily, I will probably go ahead and make a con check.
Oh, come on.
Heavily, you just assume he's an alcoholic?
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
Okay, you're good. You can hold your liquor. You're fine. All right, Lawrence. How does Hilarious fit in with this traveling with his sister Moxie? And obviously a royal. It's apparent to see everyone here, but go ahead and tell us what you think or where you think your Hilarious might be in the continent. You're very sure that he left for the Wildlands without you. I'm going to say for your background, for him leaving without you, is you guys had some kind of argument or fight about you always having to defend him and keep him alive and da-da-da-da. He was basically useless on his own without you. And he said, fuck you, I'm going to Wildlands to prove you wrong.
And I'm certainly serving alongside them. Of course, I was pushy about it. All right. Then, which direction? Where did we have this argument, would you say?
So you guys had it in the Imperial capital. He left about a month ahead of you to go to the Wildlands because the Wildlands is where you go to be a badass. It's where you slay monsters. There's maybe vampires there. Who knows?
All right. So he's in the same area as us right now.
Allegedly, yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at the map here. You had said someone was between like Ashmoon and Wormwood, was it? Was it?
So there's someone allegedly at Ashmoon, which is up north on the coast, and then there's one of her sisters is traveling with her fiance in the southern mountains of the Wildlands, which is the big old mountain that doesn't actually have a name on it on the map.
Would presume Ashmoon then. Yes.
I missed it if you said something. You say it again? I'm sorry.
Presume Ashmoon then.
Okay, so you think he would have headed up the coast because that's a relatively safe area by the ports.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what the Lord Barry lets you all know. That's his opinion. Is going up north will probably find them Hilaris and who else is supposed to be up there? Oh no! Now I closed something I need to keep open.
Said. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
No.
You can go ahead and talk while I pull it up.
No, I was wrong.
You fool!
There's combat, wombat. Where's my spy notes? I know you're around here somewhere.
I really hope this entourage has somebody who's proficient at tracking humans or objects. Something.
A solid question.
Guards are great for guarding.
So anyway, I'll pull it up later. I can't. I don't know where to find
Bounty hunters.
I go, but brother, that's what we do. We find people really, really quickly. This will be perfect for us. We've been doing this for years.
Oh.
He says excessively convincingly. It's another 22.
I'm just saying they should have had a better advertisement on the poster.
As you make that comment, you notice that the princess looks relatively annoyed by it. She goes, well, you don't have to accept. I know you've already signed, but we could scribble your name out if that is what you wish. Marzex, was it? I swear I've heard that name before. Duskbringer.
I'm gonna, to diffuse the tension, pull out my lute and play the welcome song to the new people that are joining the party.
You do so! Go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay. Alright. Ooh, here we go. Let's see, it's 24.
24? Yeah, you just...
Yeah.
You shredded over there. Hello! And welcome to the jungle! I don't know if we can say that on stream, but we're going to anyway. Anyway, you rock anthem your way through, and everyone's paying attention to you. The tension is gone. The princess is loving it. She's clapping. Woo! Woo! There it is. That's what I've been waiting for all day. We get one of those every couple of days, and I love it. keeping you around as long as possible.
Nice.
You can roll a d12 to see how you feel about that comment. Albus, as the night goes on and you are introducing yourselves to your new friends, the other guards kind of like drink and then resume their positions. Obviously, the two of you are important, so you kind of have your own leeway. As you get to drinking a little bit, you start talking about Profi because someone prods the question, how do you know Profi? Which one do you guys ask it, looking at between Frozen and Marzex?
I do.
Okay, so you see that Fulgash seems to take interest in the fact that you know another family member.
Fulgash, pour me another drink and we'll have a whole talk about it. See, Profi and I, well, we was kin back when we was kids, you know what I'm saying there, Bob? And
as you say that, the princess looks over and says, "Oh, kin were you? You've seen how he treats his family. He just disappears when he wants to leave."
Listen, princess, I'm sworn to protect you, but I will not tolerate that sort of language. We've had that kind of talk before. Torm, help you if it got to go the wrong way, darling. You know how I feel about you, bad mouth approach. That being said, oh, I'm sorry, but the alcohol, you understand. My apologies, of course. But
she smiles wickedly and says, "I love when you go off. It is wonderful."
Darling, you give me 10 minutes in a quiet room with you and don't say a word. Well, oh, no, never mind. That's too far.
Too far. Stop.
Forgot myself.
Retreat that comment.
Yeah, I forget. I apologize. No.
Man. You see her light up real excited like. That was the wrong comment to make, and you know it.
Yes. Forgive me again. Like I said, I forgot myself there for a moment. Anyway, what were you asking Fulgash there? What was it? That's right. You was asking me about Profi. Well, like I said, we was, for lack of better term, I suppose, we was kin when we was children. And I've always had, a touch of, how would you say, godliness about me. Not necessarily that I am a god. I don't believe that at all, but I'm absolutely blessed by that, to heal and to help and to protect people. So, Profi and I, we was doing kid stuff. Not going to get into too much of those details. I'm sure you guys were all kids, and except you, Grandpa Geezer of the Twin Sheets. You were never a child in my belief. You were born this old. I'm sure of it. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. What was we talking about? Drinking, that's right. We was having shots and we was drinking real good, like. Oh, no, we wasn't drinking. Me and Profi wasn't drinking. No, I'm sorry. Fulgash, you and I were drinking. And I was telling you about Profi. That's what happened. Right. So, we're, anyway, the mistress here, the madam here, saw my, prolific abilities and decided that my services would be better suited protecting her. She said, "You're mine now," and then I've been hers ever since. I haven't seen Profi pretty much since then, but I sure do miss my childhood kin friend, and I wonder sometimes how he's doing, you know. And I'm gonna look up at Hector. Hector, I just tell you, sometimes some of the way you move, I'm telling you, you just give me a remembrance of that old boy, and well, I kind of get a little sad thinking of you and thinking of him. And what was it?
I'll quickly pour him another drink.
Oh, you are a gentleman amongst insects.
And pour a third one.
Being you. Yes, sir. That's for me too. Thank you.
I'll pour a third one out.
Profi's holding it together here, but underneath the mask, he's over there like, please. His internal monologue is not doing so great.
I'll set this third one off to the side, and I'll toast it to Profi. May he be found safe.
Safe.
Hector goes,
"Indeed.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I don't really think that's appropriate in front of the other princess here. Maybe we should toast to her. Maybe not worry about the man-child that's running around
of course,
like a psychopath."
Of course. Hector, you are
If
wise
you give a shot
as you are.
to nobody, it just looks like you're gonna give it to a dead guy.
Listen, Scary Mary, you back up. Scaring me.
Brother,
Scary-
give him his
scary-
space, please. He
Just
obviously,
please, listen.
he obviously
Volgash-
cannot stand the sight of you.
Volgash will
Just
very
like Mother.
intentionally, despite that advice, down his drink and then pour another one
You
before
do
he
so.
turns to the princess.
And then I'm gonna. Albus is also going to seeing Folgash and obviously never wanting to be one up by Folgash. He's gonna down his just as quick and hope for another. And when Folgash pours, if Folgash pours it, he's going to to our princess. May your charities be known and your deeds be wise.
So just as an out-of-player note, it's probably very apparent your feelings on the princess because of the activities that we talked about in chat. So you're playing this great. I love it. Just as a DM note. Everyone who's watching, just know he's killing it on the background knowledge. So
To the sister from the Westminster, may his bones be forever at peace.
you hear her scoff. Father will never be at peace. I'm sure he's torturing the staff now as a ghost.
As a ghost, he probably is. He's saying, what would he say? What would he say to the staff back then? You remember?
She seems to line up a bit and goes, "Aha! You mean when he wasn't shooting, stabbing, or torturing them?" I don't think he acknowledged them besides those 3 instances. If they talked to him, they were executed.
And Albus is going to kind of pull back his armor a little bit and show a little bit of a what remains to be a bullet hole up by his collarbone. So, but yeah, I remember that. He kind of had a little bit of a "don't talk to me" temper sort of deal going on.
Oh, but come on! Isn't that a great story? That was shortly after you and Profi met, and heck, he even gave you that gun. You got to keep it and used it until it broke in combat, right? I remember that story.
And in his drunken state, Albus is going to pull the blunderbuss out and kind of, against all firearm protocol, eyeball down the barrel with his hand sitting conveniently on the trigger and just say, "You're right, he did, and it was a beautiful day that was. And I've often wondered what that would feel like hitting me right in the belly." And he pauses for an awkward long time. And as the tension builds, he kind of just shakes his head and puts the blunderbuss down and says, "But we have other things to attend to, and tonight it's celebration, and tomorrow we find the brothers."
So on that note, she kind of spouts off. We have this room rented, and I have hired out entertainment for the next 3 days. So, champions, as to give you, she looks over at the Black Linen Twin holding the key awkwardly still, for you to use that ridiculous thing, I'm going to allow you to frolic. And I will even lend you these 3, because Lord Barry here has expressed his wishes to travel amongst the town a little bit. Apparently I've been keeping him locked up or something. I would never do that to anyone. I can't stand when people are just held in captivity. It's not so good. So, to appease my fellow noble, I'm going to let him run out on the town, and I would ask that the first assignment that I hand you 3 is to keep him safe, along with my 2 other friends. And the bard here, you can't keep him around, so I'm sure he will travel with you.
Albus is going to take that news almost sobering, and he's going to stand up, knocking his chair backward abruptly. Well, Princess, are you sure you want to send me out instead of keeping me by you? I mean, I understand these, and he's going to look at the remaining of the guard that is probably drunk by this point. Are you sure that these fine men could care for you at this time?
Oh, they care for me all the time. I've had them around just as long as you. And you
Okay, all right, that's enough. I don't want it. Nope, too far. All right, you're right. My bad. Nope, more than I needed. Less than I wanted. All right, if you're sure. I mean, I protested. You counter-protested. That's about that's about it. I mean,
Elvis, I know a wonderful tavern.
Wait a minute. Who said
Really?
that?
We have a key, and that's where you want to go?
So,
Yeah.
she beds down for the night, closes off in her room. The non-drunk guards start taking their watch. You are informed, because again, they're basically your friends as well, and they say, we got it for the night. You've been drinking enough there, friend. Anytime Profi gets drink up, you drink way too much. Go just nap. And so
You listen here, Smoker. What was your name again? You listen here. I'll tell you the orders. I'm top, tippity top here. You're peon piss in a bucket, and you better. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You care wise for your face, and always aim for the sink thing, and bucket. Wash your buckets. Forget your buckets.
I'm gonna wrap my arm around Albus and lead him on, and we're just gonna have this raucous, drunken, singing thing all the way to the tavern where we celebrated my victory.
I'm so glad our leader has taken a liking to these new individuals who travel with us.
Albus the whole time Albus is still ranting the whole time, just like he's oblivious to the fact that he's no longer standing in front of the guards that he was just scolding. He's just like, you keep up. I tell you right now, if anything happens to her, it'll be your tail feather and your tail hair. Wait, you're not a different. I'll drill your teeth.
As you drunkenly make it to your room eventually, along with everyone else, you guys all get a full rest. So if there's any stuff for your characters that haven't been fixed since the tournament, fix them, and we'll go on from there. As you guys continue on with your night, how are we doing on time? All right, we're about 2 hours in. Perfect. You wake up the next morning, and again, like she says, you're greeted. You have breakfast with the princess, and she basically insists that the 6 of you take off. And she pulls Albus to the side so the rest of you characters can't hear it. And she goes, I'm going to entertain our other guests for a little bit. I need you to keep them busy. Do you understand?
Busy how?
Well, just
busy as in you.
Don't let them come back until it's dark. I need to have a little fun. After watching the tournament, I'm a little bored. So I need you to make sure that these yahoos don't come back.
Is there any possibility that any of us overheard this?
Definitely not. She is an expert secret keeper. She would not say that out loud where you guys could hear it. Unless you were
not gonna get it out of Albus.
Unless you were sitting literally right next to her, kind of thing. Again, that's all player knowledge, so your characters have no idea what you just said.
Yeah.
Yes, princess.
Good. Yeah. I might start having you call me queen, though, since father's gone. She kind of giggles off, but we'll hold off on that for a while.
Yeah. Till then, princess.
So you know that just as a background thing for you, right? She's basically guaranteed that she'll make Profi surrender his jaunt to the throne, which is probably the only reason you're setting up with anything else, is because Profi will be safe at the end, so she can do whatever she needs to do to the other dickwads that are the Imperial family.
Yeah, Queen, yeah.
So, the 6 of us set off to town, and Black Linen Twin Hector is running around with the key, causing all kinds of havoc. What kind of havoc would you guys like to get into? We can yada yada this for story reasons, or this is where you go buy things, sell things, interact with the city. What do you guys want to do?
I know an excellent armorer. Allow me to escort you, and perhaps you might purchase of his wares.
Okay. Now, just as a side question, do any of you have any money to spend currently?
10 gold.
Money, right?
Say what? What'd you say?
You just gave us money, didn't you?
No. That was promised at the end of the contract.
I think I'm the only one that got money.
Did you get money? I think
10 gold.
Yeah, she I thought that she gave me the 1,000 for winning the individual tournament, or
No.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's your contract pay. As soon as your contract is fulfilled, you get paid.
That's right.
I've only.
I don't know this.
For what I rolled,
anyways.
Yeah, for what I rolled, I still have 270 after buying some weapons. So.
Okay, so you have money to spend if you want to. Profi's character has money to spend, and I assume the other two that have been adventuring with us have something in their pockets.
Yeah, I have a little bit, nothing crazy.
Okay.
I don't think.
So
a considerable amount getting my armor, so
this is true.
I think I'm pretty broke.
I was gonna say, on a plus note though, I think the people you took loans from are dead, so you have to worry about paying them back. So
you said this
I want to
go
visit this armorer anyway, so I'm going to encourage everybody to go see this armorer.
Okay, we can do that. But Albus, question?
You said this is the next day, or this is a continuation of the night? No,
next day. She basically kicked you out. You've had your breakfast in the morning with her, and she's been, please, leave, and you've been assigned to keep them out and about.
So I have a question. It's not about money or the day. So Rhett's been with the princess in order to try and get with the princess. Has that happened, or has that not happened?
You want to roll a percentile check on it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so give me a percentage. How good is your wooing game?
So what's a D100?
Yes.
Okay. I got a 20.
Okay, good. You wanted to roll low. So, yeah, for sure. At least roll a 1d4.
D4.
Oh no. I don't want to hear this.
3.
3, yeah, so on 3 instances.
Oh my god!
At least. 3 that you can remember. Again, this princess has been relatively forward with you. She seems to be relatively forward with anyone she deems appropriate.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure.
And in all honesty, that might be half of your disgust with her. You know what I mean? She might be a little weird. That's for your character to disclose.
He never tells.
That's an important fact, ladies. Keep note. The bard never tells. So
that's when
his whole job is telling. He made a song about it.
When doesn't the bard brag about his conquest?
when they're not good contests. When the battle is too easy or too hard.
Yeah.
And when the big old gif is standing next to him with a blunderbuss pointed at him, probably not a good idea.
I'm the princess's favorite.
That may be true, but I don't want to hear about your exploitations. Please.
Exploitations. Okay.
My trigger finger gets a little itchy when I hear about that sort of thing.
Never mind that. Come, meet this armorer.
So, as you guys, as you guys travel and talk, and again, you guys seem to bond relatively well. The six of us, friendly to say the least at this point. You guys continue walking, moving, grooving, all that fun stuff, and you come to the armor shop, and a very, very long line is out the front of the door. You hear banging and cursing. There's 4 or 5 other apprentice blacksmiths just running in and out with pieces and parts, and you hear the dwarvish old man yelling, and get this, hurry up, let's go! The forge is not hot enough, heat it up! Things like that.
Oh, I'm going to push past the line, because I got to see this guy.
As you do so, people move out of your way. They seem to recognize you. You are basically all instant celebrities. The 3 new people that just joined, not so much, but the Black Linen twins and Fulgash, they're like, oh, hey, look, it's the tournament winners. They get all excited. It's wild. So you enter the forge, fight your way through the small crowd, and again, as soon as they see what it is, they kind of like part the seas for you. Hector is waving the key around like, begone, thoughts, I have the key. I can go anywhere. Anyway, the dwarven master armorsmith pops his head up from the forge. He's covered in top to bottom in soot. He's obviously been working hard since the tournament. He pops up and says, you're the best investment I've ever had. Why? Why did you do this? Are you some kind of curse? Are you a demon?
Not at all, sir. I I would say I'm a blessing.
He shakes his head. I'm not going to sleep for the next 3 months, thanks to you. Luckily, I live a long life. And he reaches and grabs what looks to be a very hot cup of coffee, except for it's not coffee. He holds it up his face. That would have hurt a lot. He sets it down, and you notice that it's actually just molten metal inside of a furnace cup. He then reaches over and grabs an actual cup of coffee and drinks that.
Well, despite your joking, I am pleased to see that your shop is prospering.
Yes. Do you have any business for me? As winner of Key to the City, you are first come, first serve customer-wise.
Well, I wish that I could say that I had, but unfortunately, my winnings won't be awarded yet.
Unfortunate. Now, mind you, did we make some kind of deal about him getting some of your profits from winning if you won? Or was it just the advertising?
It was just the advertising.
Okay.
Oh, and then there was the possible kickback for making those one guys look really bad.
Oh yes, that's right. Do you remember what that was? Do you have that written down somewhere? I do remember that.
No, I don't. I'm horrible at keeping notes like that.
Gosh dang it! When it's for your character, you need to write it down. Anyway, so you're right. So he said he would pay you some money for making them look like trash tier, which you did. So he goes back to the back to be like, "I'll wait before you leave." He pulls out a small sack and hands it to you. The sack contains exactly what he said it was going to. I just don't remember what it was. If it was money or an item.
I don't recall either.
I want to say it was like 300 gold.
That sounds about right. We'll go with that.
Okay. For now, if you go back and watch the episode later and be like, it was actually, we'll go with that. But you've been giving.
But one of my new friends might have some money to spend.
He looks around annoyed. Bring it here. Who wants a thing? I'm very busy.
What could I get for a song?
He looks at you. You're a half elf, right?
Yeah.
He looks at you and squints and says, "You're not quite a full knife ears, I see. I will happily just smile in your direction for a song, bard. I'm too busy to do much else."
I'm gonna play a song anyway.
You do so. Go ahead and roll a performance check.
Alright. Let's see if I can change his mind.
Blacksmith's bardic inspiration.
You might need it looking at that face.
4. So it's a 14.
A 14. So it's not a bad performance by any means, but he doesn't seem to be enjoying it. And the crowd outside is like, "Why are you playing in the forge? The acoustics are trash. Get out of there."
All right.
I can see that you're very busy. Is there anything that we might do? We're going to be in town for a few days.
He goes, "Well, you could lend me your armor and I could patch it up to where it looks a little bit nicer. It obviously took some damage from it." He looks over at the Black Linen Twins, whichever one of you two does magic. Also, where's your friend? The other one.
Which other one?
The scary one. Heck, and the short, smaller one.
He had some other business to attend to.
Which one?
Both of them?
Ah, okay. If you see,
but I will happily strip off my armor right there.
You do so. You're not quite naked. Thank goodness for undergarments.
A loincloth.
And then some. It's heavy plate armor. He's got full dress under there. It's basically normal clothes.
A metal loincloth.
He got female RPG armor under his armor.
I want to point out that at this point.
No, remember.
I want to point out that at this point, Albus would be trying to catch a look at what Folgish has downstairs to compare it mentally what he's got to see who's the bigger man, but like without trying to get caught. He's just trying to like passively take a glance of like the gear down under. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like, you know,
are we gonna have to roll for this now?
No, well, you're not. So by rules of the table, you're not actually naked. But what's your passive perception?
Who's mine?
Yeah, yours.
10.
10. Okay, so he's wearing clothes and things like that would cover it up. So you're like, I can't even get an accurate assessment. It could be way off.
Oh,
My
my
passive
God.
perception is a 15.
Yeah, but I'm not naked. I'm not like we're not comparing anything. Like I'm not down to my skivvies. You are, and like you being the other quote unquote big man, I'm trying to ascertain if you are a bigger man than Albus is.
I just want to point out there's only one like short person here, and he's 5'9". The rest of you are just monsters. Okay.
I was going to say...
Actually, how tall are you?
5'10".
Okay, two short people.
There you go.
So,
You 6 foot and 7 foot monsters that are in this party need to calm down.
I was going to say, I'm 6 foot and 260 pounds. Like,
Oh, okay. So you, sorry, I thought we had another person that was like above 6 feet because we also have the robot. And the robot's like 8 feet tall. And the Drake Warden I think is also pretty tall. But that's neither here nor there. So with your 15 there, Eagle Eyes. Again, you're not really looking for it, so it's just kind of like he's in clothes. You know what I mean? If he was naked, your passive would pick it up, but he's not. He's got clothes on.
All right.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll save that for when your clothes get burned off you by a slime or something.
I was going to say, this sounds like a not on stream.
Not on stream answer. Hey, whatever. Someone might want to know.
Jake After Dark.
I need
Welcome to Jake After
details.
Dark, everybody. ASMR for your D&D pleasure. I slowly moved my chainmail around. Everybody, that's getting too deep. Let's get back to the campaign, everybody.
I'm gonna get a mic just for that, so we get weird, awkward moments. I'm just gonna stroke a feather across it or something silly. Anyway, yeah, we haven't introduced Squawk yet. We can't have any appropriate scenes, otherwise I have to actually describe him instead of just saying "and Squawk appears." So you guys, your armor's off. You're in regular clothes again. And we continue our adventure throughout the city. Albus, where do you direct these people? What are you trying to make them do / see?
Okay, so I'm familiar with the city.
Somewhat, yes.
It's probably just before lunch. I'm not taking them to a bar yet because that's a lot of hours to start drinking. So Albus is going to direct these gentlemen to his favorite place, the Art History Museum. Which is a weird place to go.
The Art History Museum of Killstone. Very famous, very posh.
Yeah. Now, you guys are going to love this place.
Do they have a lot of dead bodies here?
So, it's actually a thing. But it's a hole in the wall, to say the least, literally. It's made on the outside wall, so it's a fair walk. This might not actually be Albus's favorite spot, but it's definitely time-consuming to get there. So, as you guys travel along the path and get to it, a small little actual hole in the wall, there's a shop / whatever, and there's a couple of gnomes sitting out front with signs on their back that says, "Come in, 1 silver a person! Come view the inside of the wall! Hear the horror stories of Killstone!"
Well,
Albus, upon entry, Albus pays the toll for everybody to come in.
You do so. It is 6 whole silver pieces, because there's 6 of us. You could even tip to a whole gold and make these 2 sign holders day.
Oh, I do. And actually, when I tip, I want to ask them a question. I want to request that they do something real quick. I'm gonna say, guys, watch this. Hey, you two, you're brothers, right? Which one's older? And I'm gonna watch this and trying to provoke argument between these two.
They look at you and look back and we're not brothers. We're not even cousins. We're just gnomes. You silly little elephant thing. We're mislabeling people.
Okay, well, I mean, like, okay, my bad. You guys all look the same.
He said the line! He said the line!
Yeah, I did. Totally sorry. I just wanted to see you guys argue. Could you, like, is there something you guys, like, are passionate about that you want to argue about?
They look at you so confused. Sir, we're sign holders. The tour guides are on the inside. You want to see us fight, just pay us a gold and we'll fisticuffs for it. I don't know.
And here's a gold. Here's a gold. Kill each other.
You throw it on.
Wait. Don't kill each other. Don't kill each other.
You throw a gold on the ground, and the two lock in combat. Like, instantaneously, they both have their own sides, and they just start bashing each other with it. I'm going to roll some... So, we're going to use some argument die. We're going to do black and white of the old style ones. I'm not going to roll them on camera because it's a lot of setup to change them. Rock and rock. All right, they're just punching each other, and it's doing like Rocky punch for punch, just going at it, sign for sign. The shorter of the two gets a good wallop over the head. One single schwack. The other one looks dazed, but continues to stand up.
You guys want to battle this real quick?
And then the other one comes around and kicks him in the head. They're both just dazed, kind of standing up in front of each other, hoping for the other one to fall down. Now, while this is going on, I was going to say, 1 gold on the short one. Anyone else? Any other takers?
I'm opposing that. I'm opposing that.
Rhett is 100% disgusted with what is going on. He does not like it at all.
My character
would. Come on, Marty, throw a gold in. Oh, come on now. This is how real players not real bet.
Yet.
Hector seems to not care. Like, what? Why? Another blow at the same time. They're both just like holding their grounds. If there was a Mortal Kombat finisher, you could get a double kill here.
All right.
So as soon as you step in to stop the fight, they both just round hook each other. They're both out. We'll call it a draw.
I hand my gold piece to the other individual betting.
I hand my gold piece to the scary twin. I guess it's a tie.
So, as they are lying on the ground in a pile of their own whatever, a very elderly, elvish man comes out and says, "What happened to my sign holders?"
Rupert Creed, bro. I don't get it.
Make your deception roll.
All right.
Can
they
I
had an argument.
I want to rat on him. I'm gonna rat him out.
You can, but let him
a total 1-5.
Total of 15. So you
15 total.
Very believingly. He seems more concerned about his knocked out employees than anything else. Bard, you said you're going to rat him out?
Yeah, I'm going to snitch.
As you snitch, he looks over and says, "All right, then. You can pay their wages for the day. I need 2 gold pieces, please."
Son of a gun! I'm gonna kind of aggressively grab it in my pocket and kind of pull out my 2 gold and kind of hand up. Here you go, boss. And I'm gonna chuck it at him, and I'm hoping to peck them both in the head.
He looks into. Did you pay them already for the tour?
Yeah.
They're not tour guides.
Okay, well, come with me and you can go on the tour. So he takes you guys through the tour. Go ahead and roll a d12 to see how you guys enjoy the tour of the inside of the walls. For those of you that haven't heard the history of them, Killstone was originally just a regular city before it built the walls. The walls are filled with corpses. They're basically catacombs of the workers. You know, think Egyptian pyramid style, where the workers would die, they just throw them in there for mortar and kept building. Eventually, there became more people that died than they needed for the bricks, so they just threw them on the outside of Killstone. And on the outside of Killstone is a poisonous swamp for, only a couple hundred yards, but going into it is basically death unless you're a creature that lives there on the regular. So that's basically how Killstone keeps its defenses against the external creatures and forest of the Wildlands. Because you guys know the Wildlands continuously grows. The swamp here stops that from happening. So Killstone is one of the few uncovered cities in the Wildlands where there's no like overnetting covered in vines and trees and things.
Because it's all dead. I have a question. Is there any interesting corpses?
In the museum?
Yeah.
I'll roll percentage for that. No.
This is extremely disappointing.
Yeah, most of them you can't barely tell that they're corpses. They're just crushed bones that have been mashed down by the weight of the stones on top of them. But the wall is super solid.
So Albus rolled a 12 on that roll.
You love it here.
I love it, player. This is my favorite place in the whole world. Look at all this war and destruction turned into what would you call it? Infrastructure. War and destruction to make infrastructure. My goodness, this is how it's supposed to be.
This is very similar to how the fairies create their houses out of their dead corpses and growing mushrooms.
He's scary, little. I did not know that.
How does it feel?
I did not know that.
So, Fulgash rolled an 11 on this one.
You have the same feelings. You're just like, it's so cool that they murdered all these people and made the wall even stronger. Maybe they volunteered for it.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it, Fulgash?
Wipes a small tear from his eye. It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
There's something wrong with you two. I don't know what it is. Profi rolled a 9.
The person you would expect to be excited about it is actually underwhelmed.
This is a great way to take care of both the cemetery and self-defense. I love it. Not as excited as these two weirdos, but it's cool at least. Marzax, I assume just from your character type that you're like, I'm just mad that the bones are destroyed. Otherwise, I could make a whole army out of the walls.
Yes. This is 100% my
probably
my
won't say that out loud, but telepathically, Profi just sends that to Fulgash. He's like, I 100% assume this is what Marzax is thinking. So, jumping down to the Bard. Bard, you look very disconcerted by this statement. Are you alright down there?
So, I rolled an 11, technically.
You loved it!
Rhett would hate it. Rhett would hate it so... All these poor workers that are stuck in this... They were just crushed in this wall.
You know what?
But,
maybe on one of the things, it mentioned that all the people here volunteered to work the wall.
Okay, then he's fine with it.
So this is a noble sacrifice by the regular workers.
Alright. There's a loophole.
More beautiful.
Let's just say as you're going through, you're just getting angrier and madder, and why would they do this to these innocent people? And then you see a sign that this wall is full of criminals and volunteers.
Oh, well, that's alright. That's okay then.
Alright, jumping over to
Red, my man.
Lord Barry, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Okay, so you're kind of on the same veins as the Bard. It's cool enough. It's nice that there was plenty of volunteers. It's kind of disgusting, but, you know, at least they chose to do it. It wasn't forced on them.
His deity is of life, law, and time, and he's pretty into that. Interesting way to use life, but I don't think he'd appreciate it too much.
Yeah, and I mean, an 8 pretty much describes that. Like, you're not tearing down the wall because it's a disgusting monument to evil people. It's just like, well, it is what it is, I guess. So, as you guys finish your tour of the wall, there's still plenty of time. We're just past noon, or a little bit past noon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have about 4 hours before you can head back to the thing. Now, the rest of you can try to go back whenever you want, but I assume Albus is going to make persuasion checks to keep you guys in line. Unless you have some major, we need to get back right away. He will keep you away from the thing. So, where would you like to direct them or go to? Or is there anywhere anyone else is like, I want to check this out in town?
I would like to ask the tour guides a question.
You do so. He will begrudgingly answer.
Is there anywhere outside the wall that might be of significance in regards to the like a dead dragon or giant corpse or anything of that nature?
I didn't know this.
Or are
question
these
was
all
gonna be-
humans that are buried in these walls?
Well, humanoids. And I'm sure there's corpses like that in the swamp somewhere. You know, there's plenty of creatures that are not used to the poisonous fumes that fly into it on the regular. Now, what state are the bones in? Probably not great. The water outside is basically high-tier sulfuric acid, so anything that jumps into it has a real bad time. There's only a couple of slime monsters that get inside the city every once in a while that can even stand up to it.
On you asking that question, you see Albus's head kind of turn like an owl toward you and kind of cock up one eye, and was just like, "That is a terrifying thing to ask." He's like, "I'm happy this is here, but like you're existential, man."
Every question you had just sends this man on a small terror trip. Why does he need to know what
this kind of stuff? So he's just like, whatever. This isn't even like the most terrifying thing he's trying to get.
Yeah, that is not the fear thing with this dude. Like, if you're saying that's not even the most terrifying thing, like, everything all right?
I don't say that out loud, but
okay.
Polgag's totally indifferent to what's happening, to what he's asking. He's just like, this is the...
by the way, I should probably clarify something really quick. If you guys say that you do something in character, like if you're like, oh, I stab him or something like that, right? And you don't mean it and it's a joke, be very clear that it's a joke, because if I say roll it before you correct yourself, you roll it and actually do it in character. Now, those are times that are perfect for argument dice if you don't want to stab said person in the face. But just know when you're making jokes, make it very clear that you're ha-haing and not trying to actually be like, I said this thing.
So, with that, Albus is actually going to ask
he got the
Scary Mary. I can't remember your name. I am going to ask you, is everything all right?
This mic actually works.
Nice.
What is it now? Marzak? Marzak. I'm sorry. That threw me out of game.
Yeah, I'm using my old lady's. The mic actually works on it.
There they are.
I like it.
Bravo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't feel ashamed. There's plenty of people that like cat girls. That'll boost our viewership by like 20%. If you can hide the beard, we can pass you off as a lady, and then it'll triple or quadruple the people watching our stream. There you go, perfect. Yes.
Oh.
Give us a new woo. Give us a new woo real quick.
Yeah.
Hide your beard. Give us a new woo.
Everybody watching, just of the kitty cat girls.
Yes.
Yeah. Since you guys can actually hear me now, my character's never met so many interesting people in one day, being around so many dry nobles, probably.
I would say so. These are quite the cast. Now, obviously, you've known Albus for a bit. You've probably seen him come and go over the last while. Again, he grew up with Profi, so he was always one of the other children of the castle. Not that the rest of you that would know this, but you know he is a non-human family member. Is basically the easiest way to think about him.
So he's the pet.
Would I have seen him before, being around the...
Yes, yeah. You've probably seen him before. Again, you probably watched him or helped him train at some point. You know what I mean? He does have some magical potential, and both of you are divinely blessed, either by your lineage or pure dumb luck. So, you guys traveling together is probably not uncommon. You guys have been in and out of defending the royal siblings together for a while. So,
Well, what was Albus asking me?
Yeah, so, real talk, man, between you and me, just quietly here. Is everything all right at home? Do you need a shoulder to cry on or whatever?
Does he
I
cry?
am completely fine. All of my body is dry.
You are completely fine. Are you sure?
I would believe so.
Yeah, that's not helping the fear thing.
I just have an interest in interesting creatures' lives. How long would you say the average GIF lives?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta go. Hey, Fulgas, what was that you were saying? You wanted to go to the library or something anywhere other than here? Yeah, let's do that now.
No. It's time to eat.
Yeah, eat anything other than answering this question is great. By the way, everybody here, if I die, you keep Scary Mary away from my bones, please. I'll haunt you. I'll haunt you to death. I promise. I'm scary like that. Okay? But I'm not scary like that. What's scary?
It does seem a bit concerning.
Yeah,
I hope your shadows
Hector
don't
pops in.
move
No,
of
don't
their own
worry.
volition.
He asks that all the time. He's only actually killed one person when they gave him the correct answer.
Oh, goody.
Don't ask what the correct answer is. Just let's
only
go get some
one.
food.
Yeah.
Let's go get some food!
The correct answer, by the way, just so you guys know, is sooner than you, and he proves you wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the right answer to my book. That's a bad answer.
So
That's food?
Yeah, let's down with food. Let's find
All
a
right.
tavern.
you guys find food.
Party
slash
boy.
tavern.
Agreed.
Why would he send me a video in the middle of our podcast? I'm gonna beat him up. Anyway, sorry. One of our other party members is over here sending text messages. You know what time it is, dude. Be nice. So,
excuse me.
you guys go find food. Let's do a little fun roll on this one. So, I need an investigation check from one of you, a D6 from another of you, and a D4 from someone else.
I would like to do an investigation check.
Roll it.
You ain't eating that creepy dead food you gonna find, brother man.
I'll do the D4, I suppose.
No, this is actually why I'm doing it.
Roll it.
I just need to do a investigation check.
Yes, please. 3 on what
4.
die?
On the 6.
Okay. 4 on the D4?
4 on the 4.
Okay.
No, 4 on a D20.
Well, so our handy dandy Marzex, surprise, surprise, doesn't know how to find food because he's an idiot.
That's not why.
Actually, I take that back. With the other rolls that you guys had, with the 4 and the 4, you guys find something relatively close. It's just packed. There's so many people here, it's completely full. The quality is pretty low, tier 2, so the noble here probably doesn't actually want to eat there. Alright, so the other 3 of us, we're going to roll the next check, because you failed terribly at finding food.
I was going to say you can take the key and just go in there anyways.
I could. Would you guys like us to do that? Because we can bypass everyone. Basically, the key allows us to go in there.
Albus is going to protest that strongly. He's going to say, look, this isn't the best grub around. I know the best grub around. Noble, you're not going to really care for it, but I'm telling you, Mr. Goldbriar, it's good. Get past the sight of the place, get past the smell, get past the general urge.
Goldbriar. You were close. And Gold Thistle.
It's all good.
Gold Thistle. Oh, man, I messed that up. Yeah, Goldbriar. That's what I said. Goldbriar. I know it's Gold Thistle
Yes,
now.
Gold Thistle.
I'm making a point that it doesn't. Yeah. Goldbriar, listen, you're not gonna care for it specifically. I'm doing it on purpose, I promise. But you get past the sight of the place, get past the smell of the place, you get past the original urge to be nauseous, you'll love it. Promise.
Oh.
Can we go to a different establishment?
Hector goes, I know exactly what you're talking about. So the other 2 people that didn't
Hector. Sorry.
go ahead and roll your D8 and D4. D6 and D4? What did I say before?
Both of us?
Yes.
D6, D4.
Yep, just one of each.
Who's rolling the D6? Who's rolling D4?
Whichever one wants to.
It's me and you. You want to roll D6?
Yep.
All right, I got the D4, bub.
Roll it.
Oops. No, I don't. I rolled it. 4 for the win.
6 for the D6.
Wow, you guys just trash tier quality restaurant, and it's full AF. Like, it's got to be cheap food or something. So, jumping over Albus one more time. Albus, what is your favorite type of food? Because somehow Profi or Hector knows exactly the place you were talking about. I rolled a 20.
So Albus's favorite food it's similar to lasagna, but it's like a lasagna crossed with like medieval gruel. So it's not quite noodles and meat. It's almost like, okay, so if you were going to take the ingredients to noodles, mix them up in a pan with some, Albus doesn't eat meat, with some vegetables like eggplant, maybe some carrots, some potatoes, and you were going to season that all up like a hamburger. That's what you're getting in a pot of gravy. Just this thick, That
sounds like some good-ass Mediterranean food, IRL.
It's amazing.
As you guys travel to this kind of shanty shack-looking place, it's full to the brim. There's no place to sit. They're slinging orders left and right. Their food stuff is there, and it smells atrocious. But apparently it's the best food in the city. Would you guys like to use the key to wiggle your way through here and enjoy this food?
Yes.
We can always go
I don't
searching.
get nauseous.
Oh, that's fair. So,
I'll go. Yeah. That's
you
fine.
you guys are getting hungry at this point. It's 2:00 and you haven't eaten since breakfast. You're like, F it, let's go. So I go up with my key and say, feed us! And they produce 6 of their basic meals that they do for everyone. Sling them out really quick. 5 of the basic meals. You notice he doesn't eat. Slings it out to everybody else. And go ahead and roll me a d12 to see how much you enjoy it. But as a side bonus, everyone is going to be inspired by the food, one way or the other. So go ahead and mark an inspiration point on your thing if you ate.
Sorry, I didn't eat.
I rolled an 8.
There's not even dead creatures in this.
I rolled
So rolled an 8.
8? 12?
12.
Who else rolled?
Also rolled a 12.
Okay. So 8s and
I rolled
12s.
a 1.
What? What?
That one, buddy.
No.
That one. Ain't today.
Okay, so
I can explain it. I know exactly what happened.
So, you still get an inspiration point, but it is from being so upset that the next time you think about this food, it just makes you angrily push through whatever you are trying to do. Because the thought of this food just makes you so mad. Everyone else is like, this is actually pretty edible. We like this food. It's so much so that it surprised you enough to inspire you to be like, I gotta try new things. These things are gonna, there's good things hidden in the trash. I'm gonna be a raccoon from here on out. Try it all.
It's one of the things where, like, I built it up so much in my head. Like, I haven't been here in a while. Albus has not been to this restaurant in quite a while. And he remembers it being so much different. And, like, they hire a different cook. And, like, this new cook's having a bad day. And, like, it ain't right. It ain't right. I take one spoonful and I push the bowl. It ain't right. I'll wait till dinner. It ain't right.
There's a
Let's be
problem.
honest,
There's not even a
probably
wishbone in
drunk
that.
the last time he was here.
They added meat to it.
It ain't right.
Now,
Maybe that's it. But yeah, maybe it's the meat. It ain't right.
It's not the dish itself, but they're using meat-filled gravy instead of the old white gravy that they used before. So it's just
Hector, I don't know what it is. It's wrong. It ain't right, Hector. It's wrong.
Hector seems to
There's a left hand and there's a right hand, and it's on the left hand because it ain't right.
You can have
You're
more than one.
so insistent on coming here.
We've all eaten and we've been inspired by this dish.
Stop blowing my mind.
So, moving on to the next bit of our traveling through the city. Do you guys want to yada yada the rest of this? Is there something else that you think you would enjoy doing while you're in town?
We should go to a bar.
You should go to a bar, says the bard. Big surprise. At about 4 o'clock or so, after walking around the city some more, the bard finally convinces you to head to a seedy joint. And just like our food stands, I need someone to roll me a d20 for investigation, a d8, and a d4. I'm not going to roll, but the other 5 of you... Okay, what you want? Call your dice.
4.
I'll roll a d20.
Okay.
I'll roll the 8.
Roll it. Give me your numbers, one by one, please. 2 on the 4.
9 on the 20.
9 on the 20.
6 on the 8.
6 on the 8. Okay, so as you guys go throughout your finding of the place, you find something. It's pretty much the same quality you guys have found everywhere else, but it's only half full. And you do find one. It just takes you some time. So by the time you finally get to the bar, it's like 5:30, going on 6. But that's not so bad for a bar time. It just takes you longer than you were thirsty at 4, and it took you almost 2 hours to find a good bar. And it's not even the best bar. You finally just decided to go into this one. As you enter in to the Giant's Toe, which is the name of the bar, you are greeted with a whole bunch of weird-looking seats. They seem to be carved out of rocks in the semblance of toes. There is a giant petrified giant's toe, you assume, and probably a storm giant's, up above the bar, along with what looks to be a giant's weapon embedded into 2 large stones also above the bar. As if there was a giant that tried to smash someone and it got stopped by the rocks. And someone moved said rocks into a bar. And then based the bar theme on giant toes.
I have the ability popular by demand, which means that I can always find a place to play.
Okay.
I would like to try and play for money.
So you go up to the bar and say, I'm going to perform. And they go, we'll even pay you for it. Go ahead, go up there. So go ahead and make a performance check as you perform. How long do you want to perform tonight?
I'll leave that up to my party members, however long they want to be there.
All right, party members, how long is he performing? Albus, you know you would need at least 2+ hours to be safe, but longer wouldn't hurt.
I think that should depend on how well his roll goes.
Oh, it's good.
I think
it's a 27.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. So back to me then. I think he's going to play as long as we are sitting here drinking, and I'm willing to roll for that. Do y'all want to party for a little bit?
Yes.
Sure.
Y'all want to dance with the devil in the midnight sun?
So do you want to roll a D6?
We're going to roll for that, Chief.
I would like to not dance with devils.
Yeah, last time we did that was so much fun.
Believe that. What did you want me to roll there, Chief?
So in all honesty, you probably wouldn't be more than, well...
D64.
Roll a D20. You want to party.
Oh, boy. Okay.
This is the time to crit.
So that's a nat 20. Yeah, that's a nat 20.
Yes.
I feel, are you relating that to hours or half hours? Either way,
no,
it don't really
full
matter.
hours. You spend 20 hours at this bar. Now, not all of it is going to be awake and sober. Our bard, go ahead and roll me a percentage. How much of that time are you performing?
As soon as I find it.
99. Give me 99.
40.
Okay, so
40%. Yeah,
it's still pretty good. That means you took a legitimate nap in the middle of things at some point, but you guys all sleep at the bar that night, basically. Wake up the next day, continue playing and drinking. I'm going to yada through this because nothing exciting should happen during this bar scene unless you guys really, really want there to be something. It is not...
I just want to say right now that Albus, in his intoxicated state, reverts from lawful good to kind of chaotic neutral. And I just want to say I have already established a urination corner. That's where I've been peeing all night. That's it.
Gross. But okay.
One corner. Just peeing in the one corner of the bar. Just nonstop, listening to the bard. Peeing.
Pissing on the toe itself.
BSing. Sure, whatever it is. Whatever we all agree on, that's where I've been peeing religiously all night. As
a legitimate bathroom, and you just picked out a corner.
Legitimate. Yeah, I just picked out a corner.
How
and
intoxicated I get, I probably will join him.
Yeah, none of you are paladins,
See?
so none of you are resistant to poisons and whatnot. So I'm going to need you all to roll several Constitution checks. You're going to roll at basically every 4 hours, so I need 5 checks.
I'm immune to poison.
You're
drinking?
also probably not drinking.
I'm also not drinking.
So
yeah, wait, what are you doing?
Watching creepily in the corner. Just
I am watching you all get extremely inebriated while I decide.
If you die, his bones are his. All right, go ahead and roll. So the skill check for each one of these 4-hour segments is going to be a 15. I need to know when you guys fail. If you fail. If you make it through all 5.
I failed the first, second, third, fourth.
Oh, okay. You just
I failed the first 4.
All I needed was that first one because that determines the rest of the night. So
yeah.
Oof.
I failed the final one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
also failed the final check.
Okay.
How's
Great.
Profi doing?
I don't know. I haven't rolled yet. I'm waiting for the rest of you guys.
My first roll was a nat 20.
My first roll was a nat 1. Me and Albus done.
So I'm using
I want to
the
say,
DOS loot, which makes me protected from poison.
You're using a spell that does what?
No, I have the DOS loot.
Oh, so you want to activate your loot's ability to negate the drinking issue.
Yeah.
Then you do so, and your performances aren't affected at all, which is probably why you played for so long. So go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a perform. You 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with a 27, that means you are 3 multipliers above the thing. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
All right.
Can I establish that Albus is a blackout drunk? Like I'm still partying, but I'm blacked out.
Done. Easy.
So, do you want me to, should I roll a D100 and a D10 to determine, is that how you're doing it? Or do you, the D100 was literally just straight 50?
Okay, perfect. Nope. Now I need you to roll a 1d4.
A D4.
Yep.
There's a 2.
Okay, so a 2 and a 50, which means you made a multiple 3,000? No, sorry. You make 300 gold. Sorry, you rolled a 50 though, so 150 gold.
Oh, all right.
Not bad for a full night.
You could have made
That's
platinum,
really not bad.
which would have been the most amazing performance of your life. That's still really good for this town. Basically, you took a gold from anyone who came into the bar at least, if not 5 from every person. You know what I mean? You took people's day wages, people's week wages. They're just throwing their money bags at you. I don't know what kind of performance of performing you're doing, but you are a freaking rock star up there.
Yeah.
Hey,
And now have a grand
can I-
total of
can I actually-
150 gold.
I would actually like to argue that. I think Albus, in his drunken state, seeing the bard that was formerly being expletive delete with the princess, I think he's just
Uh-oh. One second. Hold up.
yeah. I think Albus was throwing most of it. I'm okay with throwing most of that around.
So you're doing you're argument
Yeah,
dying. What
free
happened?
bird, Yeah.
All right. So to impede your progress, your allies rolling an argument die on how much money you made.
No, not how much. I'm sorry. Who was paying him? My argument is that I paid him out of that. And I'm a drunken stupor in between urination visits because, I would say my pee corner is probably right next to the stage, and I'm just play free bird.
You pay him. Go ahead and roll me a percentile die to see how much of his profits you paid him.
I will do that, and let's see. Would you believe me if I said I paid 58% of your wages that night?
Yeah, he probably didn't even notice.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever's money is money.
Yeah,
Hey,
buddy,
don't care
buddy,
where it
good
comes
job! Woo! That's Albus.
Change the background.
Oh. Olgash is now, day drunk because he failed the last roll.
Yep, so the two of you that failed the last roll, you go up, you're drinking all night, you get some sleep, you wake up just hungover, and you're nursing the dog, and it goes wrong. So, for the rest of the remainder of this day, if we decide to do anything special, you guys will be rolling at disadvantage because you basically are exhausted. For those of us that failed our first roll, which is both me and the GIF. We have the equivalent of 3 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, wait. Oh, scheisse. That's a lot of exhaustion.
Yeah.
All right, that's
3
fair.
levels?
3 levels.
Yeah.
Because we failed the first one and didn't stop drinking. We didn't pass out. We kept going.
So yeah, Fulgash is day drunk and sniffs his armpit and goes, "Damn, I need a bath." What do you say we all go get a bath?
Can we do it together?
Yeah, of course. There's a communal bath.
All right.
He's trying to get a pig.
I definitely, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Let's take a bath together. I would like to protest, Scary Mary. You stay clothed. I don't want you bathing with me. It's nothing personal. I feel that you will take advantage of my perfect specimen body.
So, as we make it to the
He
bath...
says that with his round gut.
I was going to say, you can't. You are so goofed up that you're kind of just following the group along. You probably won't remember any of today.
I know, right?
So as you all approach the baths, there's only one in town. It's relatively small. Again, you're kind of in the middle of a forest, so they've converted what looks to be a natural spring into a small bathing area for everyone. Obviously, there's been some pipe work and reworking to make it a bath, but you're looking at something that's maybe 100 yards all the way around. And there are people in there bathing, doing their thing. We're going to hot pot past this section and just assume you all get clean. Is that all right with y'all?
Roger. I would have, in your inebriated state, taken my large floating clawed hand and scooped you up and carried you at my speed back to your quarters to rest appropriately.
Yeah, so Profi's character, or Hector, again, because he's just drunk and going into the water, doesn't even strip. He just into the thing and kind of flounders for a minute.
To the bathhouse because he said that he didn't want me there, and you're my twin.
Right. So as soon as I dive into the water head first, you basically use your giant hand to scoop me up and say, "Come, brother, they don't want us." I am now covered in wet leather wraps. It's not fun for me, but I'll be cleaner than I was.
I have.
Albus is naked on the walk to it. Sorry.
Listen.
I have that passive 15 perception.
Mm-hmm.
I want to solve the mystery, but I don't want Albus to know. So if you could message me the answer.
Okay.
Albus isn't going to remember. That's the shit. That's the crap thing about it. So, Albus is never going to remember. But yeah, okay, that's cool.
Fulgash, for full engagement here, can you roll me a... how tall is your character?
6 feet.
And what race are you?
Half orc.
Yeah, roll me a D12 plus 4.
Plus 4? Is that an average?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on.
No,
Existential crisis.
This is a half orc, man.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
that was a joke. I apologize. That was a joke.
This is not the time to critically succeed.
2.3 is an average.
You critically succeeds.
Oh.
Holy God!
All right, message me or message
Don't tell me.
directly.
Oh my God! I'm so interested. I can't believe this. Everyone's gonna be looking at me like, oh yeah.
You shall be burdened with
do I need to make a roll? Because I'm butt naked.
Is he a
I am butt naked
yeah,
except my
100%.
boots.
Your character is strips, jumps in the bath, and you expose yourself to the rest of the group. Your race, you're a hippo man. You have the same plus 4. Yeah. You're still rolling a D12. Roll it.
Okay, I'm gonna say my answer out loud.
You someone's over here peeping at everyone, giving you all the thing. So 5 plus 4. So
crit failed.
Total 5.
No, 5 total. 5 total. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
5 total. All right.
Okay.
Cool. That's the answer I got. So I'm happy with my 5. You know what? I don't need to explain myself to nobody. My 5 does my 5 thing. All right. That's it. I don't need to argue and explain. You know what? I do want to mention that Albus is still wearing his boots, just because like he didn't take his boots off. He got naked down to the boots and just 5 inches in the water.
Oh my god,
it's
terrible.
All right, what do I roll?
You're a half elf, so just a d12.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, so those other two races are built bigger. They're just like thicker frame, bigger bodies, so they get the pluses.
Different.
the Aasimar is a little bit bigger than a human.
Got a belly.
You're a human
12.
being. I want to hear it, you crazy person. All right, roll it. Half elf, you need to roll too. You are also naked in this situation.
All right.
Oh my god! If this ever becomes a thing, it's gonna be like there's gonna be a shirt made that like 5 is normal. Okay, that's gonna be the title. 5 is normal. 5 is okay. There's your merchandise right there.
Let's start selling it on the website. 5 is normal. Okay.
Yeah. 5 is normal. Okay.
Great shirt. What? Do I have to tell anyone?
Yeah, there's people that would know. You share with the class, friend.
All right, it's a 2.
Oof. That's
5 is normal.
Unfortunate.
Woo! You definitely made me feel better.
Unfortunate, sir.
You can blame it on the fact that you're in a bath with a whole bunch of men. You know, you ain't trying to show off to nobody.
Hey, you know what?
That's
the
how
princess
hard,
is
like.
Considering my 16,
Bro, 5.
that is unfortunate, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. What did you just say? Did you say a 6 and a teen?
6.
There was more to that 6? There was more to that 6. Like a teen, like 16, like the age when most Americans start to drive?
That was
16? Hard. Are you kidding me?
That's 16 hard.
Like how many pieces and inches broken up into is 16? That's what you said.
Yes.
Yeah, 5's still normal. I'm cool with that.
Oh. Hey, look,
Moving on,
Deverino's over here talking to us in the chat. Hey, buddy, sorry to not pay attention to you. Let's see here.
Let's
Nice.
move on past these arbitrary, unfortunate, non-important,
Hold on.
totally not correct roles.
Oh my god.
What?
Wait a minute.
What is Lawrence
Non-important at
roll?
all.
I'm dying.
What is a
right
what?
now.
I rolled 12.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
this is important. D&D. You know what? D&D as a whole is a really stupid game. I'm like totally over D&D. This game is just a fad.
Oh my god.
Whew. Okay.
I mean, like, who leaves something so arbitrary up to a?
Oh god. My glasses are fogging up.
Look, guys. I just want you to know we were talking about the happy trail up the center of your chest here. You gotta relax. 2 inches is fine.
Have you already used your argument die, Albus?
He used
I
it.
did
He
argue
used it.
on who paid. I can't argue this. Like,
You can use yours.
this
If you want
is-
to use your argument die on your two.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
true.
I'm gonna roll it off screen
Brother
if that's
man,
alright.
you
Just
can use
to
that
think
inspiration.
so quick.
Add that D20. Add that D20, Mr. Bard. Use your argument die. Add the D20.
Oh, you
get out of the,
totally could have added
make
your
5 a normal
inspiration die too. Dang, that would have
I'm
been funny.
also gonna add
Oh,
my
no.
inspiration. I'm adding my inspiration with your argument.
We tied. I win, so it's stuck as it is. But I will allow you to burn your inspiration, which is an extra D20 to any roll if you want.
Yes. Yes.
Quickly fail.
I'm using it. Where's my D20? Hang on. Oh, where'd my D20? Oh,
It's
here
the
we go.
20-sided one.
Does that give him
It's
a
not
potential
small.
of an extra 20 inches?
It's a 17.
You'd be a literal monster. It's a what?
See, okay, yeah, that's a monstrosity.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna
a- can we have a
take
roll
that number
fight?
though and cut it in half. Just because you're that much would knock you out anytime you got excited. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But I think if we cut it in half, it goes what 8. So 8 plus 2. That's still
Above average.
way above average.
5
You're
is
good.
perfectly normal.
Okay.
And you are well within.
5. Do you want to bring your inspiration die too?
No, I'm good with 5.
All right.
I ain't a lady killer. I'm a lady iffer. Like some people are growers, some people are showers. I'm the knower. Like y'all don't even want to know it. Like it's just bad news. Like let's just move on. You know what? I hear they got a whole new. They got a whole new system. Let's play Fallout. Let's play any other TTRPG.
Gentlemen, there is a small child on the screen. We should probably move on to a new topic.
Yes,
I agree,
absolutely.
100%. Let's avoid what we were just talking about our happy trails.
All right, so moving on here. You guys get out the bath. The twins are sitting outside. One of them kind of sort of wet. The other one very, very dry. And you guys move on with your day. Is there anywhere else you would like to go? You're still not sober whatsoever.
No, there's no place in particular I would like to go.
Okay. So,
I would tell Profi that I should put him into his bed and then I will go about my business.
Profi says, I slept yesterday. I'm fine. And his accent does not cover. That does not sound like Hector. It sounds like a totally different person. Take that as you will. Albus, you will not remember, so don't worry about it.
Albus, in his non-remembering state, is gonna say, "Well, hot diggity dog, you right." And he's gonna call you by the wrong name accidentally because in his drunken state he thinks you are Profi. He says, "You're right, Profi. Wherever we want to go, sleep was yesterday's business. We got the whole week to rest up and whatnot, or whatever the case is." He's not gonna remember calling you Profi accidentally.
Do I catch that?
Am I drunk?
No, you're fine. You did your poison thing. You have no consequences.
So I noticed that the accent's different.
Yeah, totally. And so does our other two drunken people. They just fail at their saves, but they will remember. The two of us that failed terribly, different story.
Okay.
We're not gonna remember if 5 is average.
So,
You will remember something terrifying you in the past.
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah, I can tell you this right now, Fulgash. Fulgash, you and I are gonna have a totally different encounter. Like, I'm gonna feel a little subservient to you, and then the Bard, I'm gonna feel like just as subservient, and I'm not gonna know why. So, just know that's coming.
I say maybe he should go to his room too.
It's the middle of the day. We argued. I'm going to yada yada so we can move the story along a little bit. Over the next couple days, so you guys get long rest for at least 2 full days. So for the two of us that had 3rd level exhaustion, we're down to 1. The hangover we have the next couple days is from all the way in hell. We had to plane traverse to get back to our bodies, and we do so eventually. We are now just having a regular hangover. Being at exhaustion level 1. But the princess looks to the group and says, I will allow you... I'm going to take some of the guards from the second cart that was with Lord Gold Thresh.
Gold Thistle.
Thistle. Dang it. That word gets me every time.
Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry.
She wouldn't address you as Barry, though. She would definitely call you by
Right.
Lord Gold Thistle. And I'll have you in his car. Albus, the assignment I sent to you earlier is going to continue. Please keep them safe.
Albus is dead.
Find his body.
Before we depart, I do have my horse still,
Yes.
and I will collect my horse and my armor.
You do both of those things, which would be very important. Yeah, the horse, you can ride your horse alongside the caravan. You don't necessarily have to sit in the carts like the rest of us do.
Yeah, there's definitely not going to be any sort of high and mightiness for me.
Oh, I have my own thing.
I can ride my hand. That sounds
hey,
bad.
why not?
That sounds horrible.
Also,
I meant like, one of those 70s chairs, just carries me like this.
so as a side note, talking to the Twitch really quick, Deferino, what's that last comment? I have no idea what that means. Gage got banned from Twitch, but he said he's going to quit on you. I know. That's weird. If you could answer what the heck you talk about, I'd be appreciative. Unless it's inappropriate, then don't do it. You don't need to get banned. It'll be okay. So, where were we at? Making our jokes aside. You guys are in the caravan. So, at this point, it's the 6 of you traveling in one caravan. A couple of the yahoos on horses on the outside. The princess and, we'll say, because there has to be 2 on the back cart. And 4 with the princess. Okay, so the supply cart has 2 people. The princess has 4 people. And then there's 2 people on horses that are kind of being the scouts for the group, making sure there's no, crazy things not far ahead. You guys get a message from your handy-dandy Drake Rider. And he tells you that the issue has been resolved. But the robot has decided he is going to work on something. And we'll catch up with you guys in a bit whenever the heck he's done doing what he needs to do is done. That's very cryptic, but that's how message work. You get 25 words, and that was it. So, you can send a message back if you would like, but you don't have to.
The new people don't get that message right, because I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, he's never mentioned it. It was honestly to probably Full Gash or Profi.
We're traveling with the princess, the wonderful princess of Killstone.
She's not even the princess of Killstone. She's from the Imperial capital. Anyway, so you guys are heading up to Ashmoon, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up our handy-dandy map and tell you how long that's going to take and kind of chart out our course for the next bit. So, starting in Killstone, I'm going to zoom in. If we go straight up to Aereo, which is actually the next town, this little thing right here is a note for something completely different. Please ignore it. But Aereo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15-ish days away. And that's the nearest town, pretty much a straight line. I'm going to Aereo. And then from Aereo, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another week. So you're looking at 3 weeks of traveling with the princess before you get to Ashmoon. So
people need to develop teleportation.
Well, they would, and it is in other continents, but here in the Wildlands, teleportation is only at the port cities. Now, mind you, Ashmoon is a port city, and if one of us had the teleportation circle spell, we could get there a little faster.
But I don't think any of us do. So,
focus camera. It's like it's got me picked out just fine, but it's still not focusing on me. It's so weird.
Anyway,
I just meant maybe the princess would have access to something instead of wasting 3 weeks of her journey.
The princess does not, and she intentionally tells you that she wants to travel because she wishes to enjoy the experience of traveling through the Wildlands. It's something everyone should do at least once in their life, right? So, I'm going to do some travel rolls. I'm going to do them a week at a time. And how they work for the new people here is I roll a D100. There's a percentile of safety where, like, if you get to a number between here and 100, there's no encounter. If you roll below that number, there's an encounter until you hit that number. Now, the encounters are 1 of 6 variations. 3 of them are good, 3 of them are bad. First one is weather, second one is humanoid, and last one is monster. You're in the Wildlands, so hitting monsters here is a little dangerous. Hitting humanoids here is a little dangerous. Positive encounters are just as likely, though, so kind of whatever. Good weather, bad weather affects how fast you travel, things like that, and or could just have cool effects. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you the percentage of how safe the Wildlands is, but it's not great. So, week 1. So we travel in sets of weeks just to make life easy, so we're going to have 2 full sets. In those weeks, each one of you needs to make some rolls to A, hide your identities, or B, gain knowledge about your people. So every time I roll, I'm going to give you guys a chance to gain or protect some piece of information. Sound like a fun little side game?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. First roll. You guys make it a day before something happens. Oh! Okay, yeah, this is the Wildlands, baby. We don't make it far. Let me roll something up. We're level 9s now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's 6 of you.
No,
Hopefully
we're
it's
level
a
2s.
Yeah, okay.
We're all level 2s, Chief.
That's a bad deal for y'all.
Yeah,
Right, you guys are gonna have
that
a
would
bad-
Here,
seriously
Scary
ruin-
Mary.
Don't worry, I'll bring you back from the dead.
As a slave.
After I had my way with your bones.
Stop. No.
Just a late doctor.
I don't know if he's the one you have to worry about having his way with anything.
Well, it ain't me. 5 is still average, right?
Okay, so
I think if I was going to be worried about anybody having their way with something, it'd be Full Gash, to be honest.
I think it would be, or the Bard. I mean, literally the class designed to have their way with it. Quote unquote.
Yeah, but you're going to like it.
So, as you guys
I would.
As you guys are traveling, I have to get out the big map because you're gonna get attacked. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. It's not gonna go well for you. So let me switch cameras and do all that fun stuff really quick.
Somebody roll your argument.
Will not apply for this one. I'm sorry.
I love
man!
bad encounters.
Nightmare Fire.
Maybe if it'll.
Yeah, sorry guys. I hope I'm not stepping on anybody's toes.
I yearn for combat engagements.
So, for the record, we might make it through this combat, but we also might not. Like time-wise, we might make it through this combat. Obviously, I hope you all live through the combat, but that's a different thing entirely.
He said nonchalantly. Yeah, the DM said nonchalantly. I hope you all live in one form or another. Yes.
So, I say it like that because I don't generally intentionally try to kill people. It just kind of happens, and I feel real bad about it. But it happens. Way more often than I would like, for sure. You get previews of all the maps we use. Here we go. Big open field, because we're in the Wildlands. Hey, you know what we didn't do at the beginning of the session was pick you guys out some characters. So, we have some from our previously handy-dandy characters. So, for our Azamar, would you like to play as an Air Cochran? Because that's like one of my few models with wings.
Yeah, I don't have the wings all the time, but sure, that'll work.
Okay. Robot Man, we're not using today. Not using that one today. Big Elephant Boy, would you like to be big man with big stick?
He's a hippo.
Would,
Yes.
but I'm a hippo, bro.
You're right. Sorry.
Racist.
That's a gift with a small G. Soft like a turd.
I mean, I consider. Do you use an axe or a blunt weapon for your not gun?
I mean, it's a picking my devil. Let me go. I'll tell you what I'll tell you in a second. It's a halberd.
Okay,
a halberd, a javelin, and a scimitar.
Okay, so a big clunky thing is probably good for you.
Yeah, gangster.
All right.
Hippopotamus.
Bard, do you want my unpainted swirly magic guy, or would you like something that's more classically Bard?
That's fine. I don't really care.
Or do you want this got a staff looking guy?
Sure, staff guy sounds good.
Okay, staff guy. All right, now if I can find our other characters. Full Gash, where are you? Doop boop doop. There he is. Boop. Full Gash.
I'm still nervous to find out what we're fighting.
Oh, sorry. There's Full Gash with his axe. I'm looking for the zombie, or I mean the mummy. Mummy, where are you?
It usually just turns me into a ghoul.
Hey, whatever works.
I have a mental picture of Scary Mary in my head.
Scary Mary, there you are. Boom. I do like that nickname, by the way. And Pokey McGee. Alright, there's all 6 of us on our lineup. I will try and point them out because I see that the lighting is kind of trash. Let me turn on my other light so it kind of changes. the shadows. That help at all? Not really.
What if we take our handy dandy remote?
Remember that one too? There it is. And turn down our intensity of the map light.
Turned into an episode of Blue's Clues.
Okay, how's that for not
That's
so bright?
better.
Okay.
I can see the lines on the map for once.
Hey. I was gonna say my shadow's gonna be in the way for a second here. I don't think I actually have one of these models, so we're gonna improvise.
That's a bit horrifying.
Well, I should. I use them all the time, but I don't think I do. Hey, that'll work.
Hey!
I got something that's about the right size. It's just, not quite the right model.
Yep, I was average. I think.
That's going to be a good running joke.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I hope it is.
A dragon.
it is not a dragon, but as you guys are driving in your cart, which I should probably actually put on the board here, it's going to be this pile of dice, because why not? We have one person who said they were on their own horse. So that's our handy dandy friend. Everyone else is in the cart. 1, 2, 3. Just imagine they all fit in there. You guys are snug as a bug in a rug. Our 2 guardsmen are on the outside. Again, just because there's not a lot of... Well, I can make it. There you go. You guys are all in the cart. Bada boom, bada bing. Horseman, you see a giant shadow. You can actually see the shadow on the thing, except for there's also my hand. You see a giant shadow fly above you. It is not a dragon, but someone can make a nature check to see if they can figure out what it is. Also, I'm going to move the camera. Oh, there goes that. The camera just a little bit so you can actually see the full board. Maybe if it's going to behave. Someone jiggled my stuff, so it's all misaligned. The person might have been me, but someone jiggled it. Dang it. Okay, there you go. Now you can see the full board. Alright, I'm going to pull you off the maps just so you don't fall off. Anyway, you guys are all in there. I'm going to pull you off. You guys know that you're in the cart.
I got a 19 on my nature check.
Okay, so as you peer up at the sky, because the only 3 that can actually see it are the Barry and... Sorry, no, Barry's on the inside with the twins. So the Bard, the Gif, and Fulgash can all see this creature flying above. Go ahead and all 3 of you roll a nature check to see if you know what it is. You rolled a 19, I got you. Give me a second and see what the others get.
I got a 15.
Okay.
At 20.
Okay. Good rolls, everybody. So you all know what this thing is because you rolled higher than that CR plus 5? No, sorry, CR plus something. So, the one that rolled 15 only knows one thing. Its name. You know it's a rock.
Oh, shit.
The rest of you know it's a rock, and then the one who rolled 19 gets 1 extra fact. So what would you like to know about rocks? Or what? Why is it not focusing?
Well, I got a 19, but we had another, Albus got a nat 20.
Right, yeah, but you guys will cumulatively know things about this, so pick a piece of information. Man, what is wrong with the camera, y'all? I don't know what happened, but it's...
I would like to know, its hit points.
So you know that on average, they have about 250 hit points.
Yeah.
Hey, my tablet's gonna die. I'm switching to my phone real quick, okay?
Okay, that works perfect. I'm trying to figure out why this camera keeps giving me guff about not focusing. I've never had this problem until like a couple weeks ago. Now it just always is an issue. And I don't know if it's Discord or what.
Is your camera lens 30 by chance?
I don't think so.
Perhaps wiping it off.
Well, except for it was fine 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Gotta love technical difficulties, even when he's not here. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's clean. That's not the issue. It's just trying to focus on a person, and there's no person to focus on, which is annoying to say the least. I'm sure there's
these cheap cameras.
They're not cheap cameras. These ones are nice ones. They've never had this issue before, so I don't know. Like, there's my hand. It's in focus. It's in focus, and it's out of focus. Like,
maybe it's the glare on the map. Maybe it doesn't like your glare.
Can you press the focus button?
Is there a focus button?
I don't know. Is there a focus button?
Not that I know of.
Oh, I think that actually made it worse.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay, weird. Maybe it was the glare. Ugh. Or I just had to complain about it enough. And it'll unfocus later. But for now, it's clear. You can see the lines, and that's all that matters. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, so. Natural 20, you get to learn one more thing about the rock. Actually, what's your total, even with the natural?
It was natural 20 total.
Daggerhouse, you are correct. I should probably check that. Total 20, dirty 20. Got it.
No. It was a natural 20 up to 0 modifier.
Okay, right. So, I understand. So, with that, you get one extra fact.
I would like to know its immunities, if any.
Sure. Give me a second. You would know that it's not immune to anything.
Okay.
Alright, Hippo Man, do you have a preferred color between red, purple, gray, and dark gray?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Red.
Red, okay. RJ pointed out that there should be a hippo person in one of my other sets. And he should be right, if I remember correctly. Also, here's a winged person. Azamar, would you rather be this person?
Sure.
Sure.
You good with red?
Red's fine.
Okay. Dog person? Let's see a hippo person. Though I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be one. Anyway, so from this, what I need your guys' initiatives.
All right. Nat 20, and I have a +4.
Jeez, all right, you're probably first.
11.
You are definitely not first. All right, hold up for a second, though. I got to take a potty break. Sorry, I'm doing the potty dance before combat. So 5-minute break. Go pee, get drinks, all that fun stuff, and then we'll get back to the combat. Remember your numbers if you rolled.
I'm writing it down.
Good choice.
All right.
Okay, before we go back to the BRB, how's everyone feeling? You guys want to go through this combat, or should we cut it short and start with combat next session? Everyone's got it. Okay.
I mean, I'm cool with the combat.
Okay. Well, because we only have about a half hour worth of playing left, or so. Because we are, well, I guess we've only been recording for 3 hours, so we can go for a little bit. I should probably take away that. I'll be right back.
Oopsie. Is it the smartest to go after a large, giant, flying creature of doom?
Okay. Anyway, put this bad boy away for later. Again, I should have a hippo person, but I don't see him in here.
I don't know if I can say anything.
I mean, it's not. I know it's not the end of the world, but could have sworn. Could have sworn. RJ, I don't think there's a hippo in here. Sorry.
Okie dokie. Yes, I just swam.
I mean, there's a real fat guy on this pack, but I don't know if he's a hippo or not. It looks like a bear. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna stick with the giant orc guy for now. It's fine. If I find it later, I'll show you out of chat. Anyway, he's off the table. So, the other so you got immunities. You know about its hit points, and you know whatnot. Is everyone back? Let me go back to boop.
I don't know if Lawrence has made it back yet.
Okay. So who's going to track initiative for us for this combat?
I can.
Okay. So.
Okay, so who had a critical or a 20?
I don't know. Who rolled the 20 on their initiative roll with the +4?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, with a +4.
I had a nat 20 with a +4
with a +4
modifier.
I have 23.
So Lawrence had the 24.
Okay. So Lawrence had a 24.
Okay. And then
Rhett had a 23.
Okay.
The monster
Next.
has a... Oh my god. I'm sorry, team. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. The monster has a whopping... just a 19. Handy Dandy Perky goes on 16 plus pluses. 18. Is actually not so bad. Anyone else?
I go on
12.
4.
Alright, full gas is 4. And
When does Albus go?
Albus had a 12.
And then, last but not least, Mark, where are you?
So it's Albus, Marzex, and then Fulgash.
Okay, cool beans. All right.
So it'll be Lawrence first.
Lawrence, you are inside the cart, but you hear a loud screech, and the cart suddenly jostles. The princess's cart and her extra caravan take off running. You guys, on the other hand, get swooped up by the rock and picked up, all 6 of you, and dropped in a large field off the road. The cart falls, smashes into the ground, and takes some damage. How many broken parts does it have? 11! It's basically in shambles.
Nice.
R.I.P. your cart.
Was a good cart.
Well, it kept all of you alive. So, I'm going to leave it there because it still provides some half cover. But the top is broken and you can see out of it. All of its wheels are busted. Basically, all the important parts are going to need some fixing or mending before this thing can drive again.
We can eat the horses if we have to.
Yeah, I'm going to say the horses are probably the one thing that survived. But they are both unconscious.
All right.
Straight up 0 hit points. That also includes your horse, Fulgash. You are currently pinned underneath it. You didn't break anything or get hurt, but you are stuck. Or at least for now.
Do I remember the name slip for Prof?
You would assume so, yes.
All right, so I would assume that his identity.
Now, would you assume that well, you've met Profi before, so you've probably actually heard his voice. Now, has it been a while? Maybe, but you might be smart enough to connect the dots. Heck, I'll let you roll an intelligence check to see if you've connected the dots yet, or at least have a very strong suspicion.
All right. Let's see. Be a nat 1.
Okay, so at this point, it's nothing but a lingering thought in the back of your mind. Maybe if you had a couple more days worth of traveling, you'll be able to try and do those questions again. But right now, you're not really worried about it. The thought is 7,000 miles from your mind because there's a rock next to you.
Right. Okay. All right. So closest to me. All right.
Let me resend some lines to make life easy. There you go.
All right. So closest to me.
Sorry, don't mind me.
The scary one won't need any warning or anything like that. Let's see. Who's was out on the separate horse again?
That would be Fulgash.
Fulgash, yep.
Fulgash.
So you're in the cart with Marzex and Profi, again, the Black Leather twins and you. Everyone else is outside the cart.
Oh. Okay. So
I have not heard Lawrence this entire time. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, really? We can hear him just fine. You might be having issues because sometimes when you switch the phone, it goofs up. Go ahead and back out and come back in.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not your fault. The phone is goofy.
Right. Yeah, my tablet died. I don't know what was up with that.
We haven't been doing it for a while, so
there you go.
We're just past the 3 hours of recording mark, which means we're at like the 3.5 hours of actual streaming mark. Also, thank you for the people that are watching us the entire time. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for the first 2 hours, my mic was crap.
It's okay. It's the first session. Stuff happens.
Right. First time doing this, too. Thank you, guys. Okay, so the closest resembling a human or living person would be Hector, who I see as Hector right now.
By the way, for those of us that had exhaustion, it's gone. We've had a day's worth of travel.
Yay!
All right. I will. I'll cast Death Ward on Hector.
You have warded the death away from Hector. I'm sure he is appreciative.
All right.
That just
And
gives me
I
advantage
still have-
on death saving throws, right?
The first time that you'd be reduced to 0, you're reduced to 1 instead.
Nice. Okay.
It lasts for 8 hours.
Hey, that's important.
All right. Okay. That's a 4th level slot. See. If I already cast a spell, I can only quicken a cantrip, right?
Correct.
Crappy roll, but
Yeah, I guess. Never mind. That's probably the best way to spend it if you're trying to quicken the spell.
I guess I will quicken an Eldritch Blast.
Now, before you do that, would you like to move outside the cart and then do that? Because you can kind of see outside the cart, but you're basically giving your enemy some extra cover by shooting inside of it.
I have Spell Sniper.
Never mind then. Ignore that.
I'm going to fire the 2 Eldritch Blasts. Well, wait, is it? How close is it?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 35 feet away, but it's about. Let me roll some dice here.
Okay.
It's 90 feet in the air though, so it's about 120-ish away from y'all.
All right. Well, as long as
Eldritch Blast.
With Spell Sniper.
Yeah, I could reach 240. Okay, so it's within range, so I can. All right. I'll just roll 2 separate blasts on it.
Okay, since you're targeting the same creature, do you want to roll them separately or roll them together?
I rolled separate already.
Okay.
Next time I'll tell you. I got a dirty 20 and a 26.
Wow. That's so good. I believe you hit on both of those. Yes.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
All right. One does 2 and the other does 4. So not a whole lot, but still.
You do 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Next. Sorry, I'm eating food. Don't mind me.
The next one is Rhett.
All right. So you said this guy's 90 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I can't touch him right now. So I'm gonna hand out some bardic inspiration.
Okay, that's a bonus action. You're outside the cart. Let me throw you on the thing here. Right there.
Can I use my movement to hide behind the cart?
Yeah, sure. So you could use half of your movement to get off, and then definitely have 3 movement to hide there.
Okay. Who's next in line for turns?
The monster.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna inspire him. Who's after that?
Profi.
Okay, then.
Man,
I mean, screw it. I might as well just hand out 2 inspirations because I really can't do anything else.
Okay.
So I'll inspire.
Now, maybe before you do that, would you maybe want to hold an action with a cantrip or something, so if it flies within range, you can shoot at it?
Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So inspire your person first, because once you start holding your action, you can't inspire people.
Okay, so I'll inspire. I'm gonna inspire the mummy just because I want to see what the mummy can do.
Mummy?
Me or Profi?
Yeah, no, the real mummy, not the prince pretending.
Okay.
Not that he can tell the difference, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, well, I caught the accent change, but and then I guess I'm gonna hold. I don't know if it's gonna actually affect it, but I'm gonna hold on to Vicious Mockery.
Okay, so
Nice.
what's the range on Vicious Mockery?
60 feet.
Okay, cool.
So used 1 Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, and you're holding a spell. Perfect. Next.
Next would be the monster.
Okay. So it has 2 very large targets. Since you're all by yourself there, handy hero, do you want odd or even?
I'll take evens.
Odd it is. All right, he's not attacking you. He's going for the cart. So it swoops in because it's got a whole bunch of speed. And whoosh, as soon as it gets within 60, our handy hero in a half shell, just kidding, pews away from behind the cart. Bard, call it me names.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on him.
Okay, what is your spell save DC?
What's that?
What is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 16.
Okay, so it's a wisdom save, yeah? Or is it intelligence?
Yes. Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay. It hits, so do damage, and it now has disadvantage on all of its attacks next round.
Nice. And so because it's 5th level, the damage is 2d4s.
2d4s. Okay, yeah, roll it.
4 and 3.
Hey! Nice job. Okay, that's your turn. It continues its swoop towards the cart. It has disadvantage. There are 5 targets in the cart. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if it rolls a 6, it's attacking the cart itself. It's a 3, so it is attacking the Lord who shot it through the thing. Barry, it's coming for you. Alright, so it makes 2 attacks, one with its beak, one with its talons. So on the first one, at disadvantage, let's use my roller dice over here. Oh, hey, hold up. Let me put the good dice away and make sure I'm using enemy die. Those are enemy die for sure. The low number is 3 plus pluses. 16 versus your AC.
I'd like to use my reaction to cast shield.
You do so. Does it hit still?
All right, my AC would be 19 right now.
Okay, so you have a 14 usually. This will add plus 5.
Yeah, I forgot to cast mage armor before we left.
Aha! Highly unfortunate. So, you pew, and it comes through with its beak and misses. It makes its secondary attack against you, though. Still a disadvantage. Oh, the critical and a 5, so a total of 18. So that one does go through even with your shield up. Right
on.
No, wait. Yeah, because it's a... no, you said 19, right?
Yes.
Then it misses again. Both the beak and the shield come through, and your shield holds it up as the beak and talons slash into it with a ferocity that you've never seen before. As it is tearing into the cart, it's going to stay there and continue to, because there's a whole bunch of food in here. Basically, 2 in a can.
I would also like to use my reaction, my full-arm mastery opportunity attack.
Ah! Okay, so as it flies in, you can't really stop it from landing because it's flying, but you can definitely still schwack it.
So, that would be the, okay. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 total?
Yes.
An 8 total misses.
Okay.
Would you like to burn that inspiration we talked about earlier? About thinking about the nasty food?
Yes, actually. Right. You're right, I would.
Alright, roll
another.
That's
a straight D20, correct?
Correct.
That is going to be 16 total.
16 total? So another 8?
Yes.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay, that is with the... And that is going to be... 5, and then I'm going to burn a... What's it called here? Astral Spark, which gives me another +4. So 5 and 4 is 9.
Okay. Do you want to burn one of your divine smites on him too while you're at it?
Yeah, I might as well. Hell, that ain't gonna hurt nobody but him. That's an extra 2d8.
Well, what level are you casting that at? Time out. What level are you casting it at?
You know what? I'm gonna cast that at first level, so that would just be 2d8.
Okay, just 2d8. Okay.
Yep.
Do it.
So you got another on that. So 5 from the halberd, 4 from... I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 from the halberd, an extra 4 for my astral, and a divine smite from... So 4. So 8 and 5, looking at 13 damage total on a reaction.
Now, did you add your strength to the halberd attack?
My strength to it?
Yeah.
I just rolled it.
Yeah, your strength modifier for damage.
Yeah, my strength's a +2. He's not very strong.
Okay, but did you added that? So you only rolled a 3?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, 13 points of damage. A solid blow. Would cleave a man in half, but the rock kind of looks at you like, that all you got? Next.
Yeah.
Next after that, it was the monster's turn, so it should be Profi's.
Okay, so the monster did its attacks and all that fun stuff. Because technically, you hit before it did. Yeah, Profi's turn. Alright, well, since you guys are all right next to it, thank you, I appreciate you. I don't get any flanking bonuses, but I do get to activate Sneak Attack if I can. I am also going to use my movement and my action to try and hop up on this thing. So I'm going to make an athletics check to try and climb the rock. Because that's dumb things that Profi do. Critical.
Well, yeah, got a death ward.
Right, yeah, I'm invincible, baby. The critical on my athletics check is nice, or I guess what would be better? Acrobatics? Yeah, acrobatics. So I nimbly weave my way through the hole that the mage, or sorry, not the mage, the other noble and the rock have made in the top of the roof, and easily climb on. It's just beautiful. You've never seen it. You remember that scene in Jurassic Park 2 where the person kicks the rafter while doing all the gymnastics? That's what I did, except for I jumped on top of a rock. It doesn't sound as cool, but I'm over here like, woo! So that's my action, my movement. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cry. What am I doing? No, but I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my Spectral Dagger, which will also allow a free attack with the thing as well. So, first dagger at advantage, since you guys are all next to it. Or not at advantage, but let's see if it hits. 9 plus pluses. My Spiritual Dagger does a +6, so a total of 15, which is its AC, so I hit. I'm going to activate Sneak Attack, which is 5d6. 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the regular dagger itself is also a d6. Plus my Dex mod, which is a whopping 3. Right? No, 2. 3? 2. Where's it at? It's a 15, so it's a +2. Oh, I was getting +1 for the magic. Right. Wow, what rolls? Alright, so a couple 1s, couple 6s, 2 and a 3. So, doing that math, 12, 17, 19, plus 2, 21 whole points of damage on that attack. And since I activated that one, I can do a free attack with the blade one more time, but it's only a 1d4 without any bonuses if I actually hit. 17 plus pluses hits. The d4 is a 3. 3 more points of damage. So total of 24 points of damage as I am riding the rock.
Nice.
That's the best you're going to get out of Profi for the entire thing. He wasted all of his cool in the first move. That's the best rolling Profi's done in a long time when it comes to like looking fancy. I got new people to impress. Woo! Which isn't actually true because I have some really cool psychic stuff that I can do later if I goof up now. But that's beside the point. I'm on top of the rock. Who's next? Come on, camera. Focus for me.
After you, it would be Albus.
So Albus is going to, as a bonus action, cast Blinding Smite. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution save of 16 if I hit you with my halberd on my first attack. First attack is going to be a 19 total, so go ahead and roll me that con 16.
Yep. Con save? It rolled a 3. With its con of plus 5, though. Wow, it's got great constitution. 8 total.
Okay, so you are going... Okay. To take 11 damage on top of... Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon during attack spell's duration, your weapon flares a bright light, and the attack deals an extra 3d8... Okay, so 11 damage. Additionally, the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Oh, hang on. Constitution saving throw. Or is blinded until the spell ends. Creature blinded by the spell makes another Constitution saving throw at the end of each turn. On a successful save, it is no longer blinded. Your con is also 16. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack you with the Halliburton, or roll the damage for the Halliburton, rather.
Okay.
So you took 11 radiant damage from that.
Okay.
And you're going to take 6 more damage from the Halliburton. I'm going to add the Astral plus 4. And Divine Smite. Oh, wait, can I do that again?
Yes, of course, as long as you have spell slots for it.
For long rest. Or 5.
Yeah, so you can cast Divine Smite as many times as you have spell slots, so.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. So I'm going to cast Divine Smite again. Where is it? So you're going to take... All right, so let's run through this. 11 radiant, 6 force, force. 4 more force, so 10 force total, and then divine smite, an extra 2d8. And that is a total of 4 more damage. That was attack 2 is going to be with the same weapon.
I hope someone is keeping track of the.
Does Divine Smite? No, that doesn't count. Okay, so that's my smites. I've never played a Paladin. I apologize.
It's all good. So you can use Divine Smite on every single attack that you want.
Attack. Is that correct?
So you can use Divine Smite for every single attack that you hit with. You can't use your Astral Divinity one more than once, though, per turn.
Okay. So what about the Blinding Smite? Is that going to add that damage again? Or am I mistaken on that?
No, so that's only once. So basically use a bonus action to put it on your weapon, and once you hit with it, it hits. And it is active because you have to concentrate it on it until it saves from the being blinded.
Right, but it only counts for one attack.
Correct. Yeah. It only adds the extra damage at one time.
With my halberd is a 17 to hit, and your damage is going to be a 12 total.
Nice. Okay, so total damage amongst the entire line?
I'm sorry, I'm not going to use another Divine Smite. And movement-wise, Let me see. All right, give me one second here. What did I say? It was shit. I lost it. Whatever I said before, and then plus 12.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I will see if I can. Recorded.
Sorry, y'all. I don't know what it is. I'll put this light right now. That looks cool, at least.
And that will end my turn.
Okay, so total damage on that one was 33, 42, 46, 40, 51. Does that sound right?
Yep, that sounds exactly what I had.
All right. You did 51 points of damage.
Turn.
That was
Nice.
that was a schwack and a schwack and a schwack. Now, yeah, okay, you already used your spite though, so you can't do the little bop. Okay, so you've stopped this thing in its tracks because of your sentinel feet. They can't go anywhere else. Basically, you slapped it out of the sky. It landed. It's made its attacks. Who's next?
It would be my turn.
He's also blinded.
He's also blinded, which gives it disadvantage to hit us. It does not give us advantage to hit him.
It actually does.
That's not.
Look up what blinded is. Because it does give us advantage.
It does? I thought we've argued this before, but
Yes.
okay, I'll look it up really quick.
Blinded. You can't see. You automatically fail any ability check which requires sight. You have disadvantage on all attack rolls, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Okay, what condition am I thinking of, Anger?
I don't know. Fake ones.
40 still.
Die, you rock monster, die.
I have a 5e combat reference guide right in front of me.
No, I believe you. I'm just trying to figure out the one that I'm thinking of then.
As much as I would like to take this opportunity to take real shots at this thing, since it's blinded, I will have to not do that. And instead summon a Bigsby's Hand.
Okay.
To hit it. And so I'll summon the Bigsby's Hand. I'm going to use Forceful Hand to basically just like slap it to the ground.
It's already on the ground.
I want to make it prone. It's
Okay.
called Forceful Hand. The hand attempts to push a creature within 5 feet of it in a direction you choose.
Yeah. So the issue is it's a whatever. Is gargantuan.
So the thing is, my thing has no problem with small things, and it says if it is as big or if the target is basically large or gargantuan, large, huge, or gargantuan, it's just a regular check. A strength attack.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine, I guess.
I know it's not.
It doesn't
the best
technically have
option.
immunities, so I guess that seems right. Usually, gargantuans can't be knocked prone, but it's not on the stat, so don't worry about it. You will automatically succeed that part of it. You want to roll damage? Does it do damage?
Oh, I automatically succeed? I don't even got to roll
On the
strength
straight,
test?
yeah, because it's blinded. It automatically fails. It doesn't see this hand shoving it in the face into the ground. You're basically being a schoolhouse bully, just.
Okay.
The giant hand over here
It is pushed.
I feel way less cool having done that acrobatics check, like to climb up onto this thing, because then over here the magic man just shoves its face in the ground. I could have just walked on with ease.
Yeah, it looks like this thing's actually an ostrich, because I shove it 25 feet.
Okay, so you smash this thing into the ground. It's buried, not necessarily prone, is how we're going to describe this. It doesn't actually go 25 feet in the ground, but it takes the damage as if it did. So it takes 2d6 worth of extra damage to whatever you roll for your attack, Anger. Go ahead and add that to it.
When did this campaign turn into an anime?
It's been an anime.
So for the full damage, it will be 6. It normally doesn't do damage unless I use the clenched fist
Okay.
ability.
Well, again, DM house rule it. You just slam into the ground for an extra 2d6 worth of damage.
Okay.
So 6 more?
8. For an extra 2d6 more?
Yeah, what is it?
I rolled a 5 and a 5, so 10 plus 6, 11.
Where'd
There's a strength score at... Huh?
Where'd the extra 6 come from?
The first hit? Wasn't the first 2 a 6 total?
Wait.
A 2 and a 4?
What'd you... 2 and a 4 from what?
Wasn't that for the fall damage?
Yeah, so where are you getting the other 2d6?
I thought you told me to roll 2 more d6.
No, I didn't hear the first set of 6, so you only did 6. And yeah, add your strength score. What's the Bigsby's strength score?
8 plus 8.
So 8 plus 4 is 11. Okay, got it. You do 11 points of damage just shoving its face in the ground real hard.
Eat dirt. And then I will take that opportunity to teleport. Is there any trees behind it?
Yes, they're on the field. You can see them.
I would like to attempt to use my bonus action to... Actually, I can't. I have to just run out of the cart as fast as I can.
Okay, so it's half your movement to disengage. I assume you're going out the back. And then just running 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. You're almost made it to a tree.
That is my turn.
Okay, that's now it's time for the fighter. Your horse is pinning you to the ground. Do you stand still and throw things at the rock, or do you push this thing off with one of your actions and then go make attacks?
You're gonna take an action or my move action to do it?
Well, it'll take an action. You are pinned under the horse.
There's a stream of Orcus curses coming from me.
Also,
yeah, I guess
can you roll me an odd even to see if your horse survived the fall or not?
Alright.
Just roll it and tell me the thing. I'll tell you if they live or die.
Odd.
They survive, but they're currently unconscious.
Alright, so I'm gonna burn an action, I guess, and get out from underneath this thing.
Okay. While burning an action, you don't have to do it. It's just going to take the time. Half your movement to stand up, so you are at 15 feet, but the rock is literally right next to you, so you only have to move 5 to get to it. Actually, you don't, because you have reach.
I do have reach, but I want to move in a position where I can get, flanking.
You cannot flank a gargantuan creature.
Oh, well. Alright. In that case, I'm going to do so much crap here, so I've got 1 attack action left.
Or you can use your fighter ability to gain a whole new turn.
I don't have a fighter ability to gain a turn.
Action surge.
Like a whole new action. Action surge.
Action surge. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can hit it a bunch.
Which would give me, another 2 attacks?
Just 2, because you used your action to stand up. Remember, when you get your extra attack, you have to use your attack action first. So basically, you're out of your extra attack actions because, bonus, yada yada.
Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, I'm going to action surge. And I'm going to burn my inspiration.
Ooh. Are you sure you want to burn it now or roll and then figure out if you want to use it?
You know what? Yeah, no, hold on. Alright.
Because remember, it can be used on anything, including damage. That also, by the way, that also includes Magic Man, since you're inspired by the Bard. He's a Valor Bard, so you get magic bonuses too, besides just the hit. As a reminder.
15 and a nat 20.
15 definitely hits, and a nat 20 definitely hits.
All right, so then I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Master, since I critted. I'm gonna use my bonus action for that, and I'll take a -5 to the attack for a +10 damage to that bonus action hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Which is a 29.
Hits by far.
All right. I'm sorry. Did you say the 15 hit?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So you got a hit with the crit, and then a regular hit again. Instead of it being your pommel strike, you're just slicing through him like he's Swiss cheese. This is a good bonus action. Action surge.
All right.
Also, you want to re-roll all those because they are at advantage because A, it is prone, and B, it is blinded.
Well, I'm going to take the natural 20.
That's right.
Yeah, but you could natural 20 on the other two, so roll for those.
All right. The first one is a no.
It's an A. Don't do it.
The second one is also still going to use the 19.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so much damage to roll. Give me a second here.
You're good. Though, as a side note, we got about 20 minutes at most left, so... Also, I want to do a small after-action review once we get through with this, so... while he's doing the math for the rest of the group, do we want to call it at the end of the first round, or do you want to try and bulldog through the second round?
I mean, how's the creature looking?
You guys have goofed it up pretty good. It's not bloody yet, but probably after the turn of doom that's about to occur.
I think we can nail it in the next 2 turns.
Yeah.
Okay, so my only
I'm down
request
to stay down.
for you guys is to make sure you have your actions ready to go, so we're not fumbling around for the next round.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. All right.
You're good.
My turn now?
How's your... No, we're waiting on math.
Not yet. Sorry, I'm still mathing and rolling.
Oh, you're good.
Right, and...
So, Frozen, while you're doing the math, in the future, do you want to just assume you're using the -5 to get the +10 on damage?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. So let's assume that in the future and take 5 off your to hit, basically.
I kind of forget about some of the abilities I have once in a while.
Yeah, considering you have Great Weapon Master, Sentinel, and Polearm Master, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He is ready to schwack you from a distance, and it's gonna hurt.
For a total of 61 damage.
Also, RJ, I said it could fly 120 feet. Thank you for doing the math at 96.5, by the way. I appreciate that. Say that again, sorry.
61.
61 points of FU damage. Also, you get a cool story effect. So I'm going to roll our body parts die and see where you hit this mofo. To see what cool story effect you have from just slashing the heck out of the rock here. Chest! You hit it in the chest! Its armored feathers seem to peel away, and it seems to lose a bit of its armor class.
Oh, yeah.
You said 61?
61.
Oof. It hurts.
One round and it's already lost half its
Yeah, so it's definitely bloodied. Its feathers are everywhere. Its defensive center chest piece is all goofed up. This rock is not happy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a picture of a rock, but it's basically like an eagle vulture the size of a small building.
Yes.
And you guys are just taking it to town. It's like, I picked you up and surprised you, and you said, how dare you break our cart? And you are proceeding to take its ass to insurance.
Nice.
Dare you, sir?
You're going to build a cart out of the carcass at this point. All right, next.
All right. I'm gonna cast a Scorching Ray at 3rd level,
Okay.
and I'm gonna quicken cast an Eldritch Blast after that.
Perfect.
So,
So
and I have an advantage on these.
yes, because it is a prone. Well, so because it is blinded, he wouldn't have it. Oh, what's going on with my computer here? I lost y'all.
Why does this happen at the 4-hour mark? Ah!
Poisoning their brainwashed mind.
Sorry, team. I got by something. All right. Anyway,
All right.
Let me open this back up and turn my camera back on. It was like, you can't have fun. You can't make it the whole session without things going wrong. But on a plus note, the camera looks slightly better. Anyway, so with that being said, you do have advantage because of the it being blinded. You would have disadvantage because it would be prone, but blinded.
So it's normal. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do the raise first.
The raise first. All right. Now you're targeting the same target. Do you want to roll them all as one roll, or do you want 3 separate rolls? Or sorry, you have
4.
4. Yeah.
4 raise. I rolled them all separate
That's
this
fine.
time.
Okay.
So yeah, 29,
Hits.
18, 18, 17.
All of those hit. Roll your damage.
All right. First ray, 9 fire.
Okay.
Second ray, 7.
Okay.
Third ray, 8. Fourth ray, 6.
Okay. That was almost in order.
And then I'll roll my 2 Eldritch blasts.
Okay. Also at regular rolls because of the wombo combo
Right.
going on.
22 and a 21.
Both of those hit solidly.
One deals 1, and the other one deals 6.
Okay, so plus 7.
37 total.
Slapping it. Just make it. Just out of curiosity, what do your Eldritch Blast look like?
Oh. Let's see. See, since I'm a divine sorcerer, maybe like a crackling gold energy, or and its aura and form is fire-like, since I worship the sun god.
Okay, so you're throwing miniature fireballs, Mario, with your
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, and throwing fireballs too. Yeah.
So you got golden
Yeah, I'm just
fireballs or regular fireballs. Someone's getting burned.
Yeah, I'm machine gunning this thing.
Yeah, so you shotgun blast the heck out of it, and everything just hits hard. Next, holy cow, good job.
Oh, that's
Lawrence,
me.
it is Rhett.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna move out. This thing's still got its head buried, right?
Yes, technically.
Okay. I'm gonna move out in front of the wagon because I need to be able to see it.
Okay, now, mind you, where are you? Okay, yeah, you can, you have range, right?
Yes.
So you can just move right there and you're good.
Yep. So just because I think this is gonna be funny, I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter on the rock.
The rock doesn't smell what you're cooking. So you cast Hideous Laughter?
Yeah.
Okay, as you do so, it has no effect.
Oh, it's stupid. Oh shit.
No!
Oh, I'm so useless.
What the heck? Why? Discord is mad at me. I don't know what I did, but it's over here like, no, F you, guy.
Alright, so you guys are doing all this damage, and I look at it, and I go, and my spell does nothing. Alright, my bonus action...
As a free action, Profi yells, "It's stupid! It can't understand what you're saying! I don't understand why that insult worked earlier."
You're like your mother, and it's like, ah!
I'm trying to make it laugh. I don't
being pushed out of its...
Alright, you still have a bonus action and more movement if you want to run further away. Oh, I should probably turn on the map again, sorry.
Can I just run back behind the cart? Do I have enough action for that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's go back behind the cart. And then, as a bonus action, I'll inspire Profi.
Profi is inspired by your terrible jokes. That's double inspiration.
Inspired by the fact that you tried to cast a spell on an intelligent creature.
Alright, who's next?
After that, it's the creature.
Alright, the creature is deaf, dumb, blinded, and doesn't understand knock-knock jokes. It's going to flail wildly. So, the only people it can actually hit that are in its range are Fulgask, Bigsby's... Can it hit Bigsby's hand?
Yes, it can.
Okay. And our handy-dandy Albus. All three of you are in danger, but because it is blinded, you're going to get 1, 2, or 3. 4, 5, and 6, it just thrashes around wildly. 1.
Is that disadvantage for all attack?
Yes. Okay, so it still hits somebody. Fulgash. It knows where it got hurt from. It feels your presence, apparently. It's rolling at disadvantage. Here we go. First beak attack. 25 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits me.
Okay, second attack with its talon. Also a disadvantage. That's a 2. 15 versus AC.
That one does not hit me.
Okay, so the beak hits you, and you take 27 points of piercing damage.
Jesus criminy.
Yeah, I'm really glad you guys beat this thing up, because this is here to kill you.
That almost tickles.
I needed a good reason to level you guys up, and this is the reason.
All right. So who just took the 27?
Fulgash.
Fulgash.
Oh, it's 27. I thought I heard 25. My bad.
So it rolled a 25 to hit and does 27 damage.
Okay.
Which is, I'm glad it missed on its talons, because its talon does way worse stuff.
And now it's Profi's turn.
Profi says, "I am inspired to stab you in your dumb head." So I'm going to use my bonus action. Well, actually, I don't need to. Never mind. I have advantage in all the other things, so I don't need to use the thing. So I can actually make 3 attacks, basically. First attack, advantage. 17 and a 2.
I was away for a moment. Did the creature pass its DC 16 Constitution save?
You know what? That's a solid question. Before my attack attacks, let's find out here. Let me use the right dice though. It rolled an 11. It has a +5, so 16.
Okay, so it's no longer blinded.
Ah, that's unfortunate for me. It's still prone though. Thank you, Bigsby's hand. And since it didn't attack it, it's still being pinned down, right? It's for more than 1 round?
Yeah, the hand stays there for like an hour or something crazy.
So just keep it... Well, it can just make a strength check to get off of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since it was still blinded and couldn't see that, I'm going to say it made its attacks and is still pinned, just because that makes thematically the most sense. So... it's at disadvantage only because it's prone and I'm stabbing it. Anyway, I rolled a 2 and a 17 plus is hits. I'm going to activate sneak attack, and for extra funsies, I'm going to use my actual inspiration to roll the extra d20 here. So, d20 for damage, d8 for my extended rapier, and 5d6 for the sneak attack. If this doesn't do some serious damage, I'm going to cry.
I don't think you can add a d20 to damage via inspiration.
But from our bard we can, and it's not the inspiration die, it's the other inspiration. Again, house roll that we use forever. You can add the d20 to anything.
Okay.
Heck, I'm also probably going to add the bardic inspiration that you just gave me, which is what, a d8 or a d6?
I think it's a D8, but let me look.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a D8 because I think you got it at 9th level it upgrades. Okay.
Yep, D8.
I'm adding all the things, burning all the inspiration points. Not a lot of ones. That's good. A lot of fives actually. 1, 2. Okay, not that many fives. All right, my D20 only rolled an 8, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So 10, 20. 30 plus 2. That's it. Only 32 points of damage on that attack. But, does it kill it? Let's find out. Nope, it's still up. So, I'd make my secondary attack as a free attack from my psionic blade silliness. We're still at advantage. A critical and an 8. I'll definitely take the crit. So that's just a d6. It's just a d6. No extra pluses on this one because it wasn't a main attack. No, sorry, it's a d6 plus 2, whatever. But it gets an extra damage die because, critical. 10 more points of damage. This thing's still fighting, but there looks to be an easy open wound straight to its brain.
It's Albus's turn.
A 13 and no, it's dead.
Oh yeah!
All right.
Yeah, I gotta finish it off here. 3. Oh wait, one more. And 1. So 4 more points of damage.
I cast Revivify.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
Okay. So just to describe why it was important to get that final bonus action attacking thing in there, I'd had 1 hit point left after I did all my damage. I wasn't letting that thing get away. Anyway, Tazah!
Not even 2 full rounds of combat, guys. Not even 2 full rounds
11 and 12 seconds later, 15 seconds worth of fighting, and you guys killed a rock.
In 15 seconds, that's pretty, yeah.
It's a
I
stone.
think most of the
It's a
credit
rock.
should go to the Bard. I think the Bard did a lot.
Bard gave me the means to finish it off, so I'll totally take that. Okay, let me erase my inspiration point over here. Did anyone besides Fulgash take damage?
I can't remember if you dealt me damage or not.
I don't think I did. No, because you had shield.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Shield saved you. Now, it would have goofed you up had you not had that spell. So good job on you having that spell.
Yeah.
That being said, we're going to wrap up the stream and then do a little bit of after action review because we are right at 4 hours. So everyone that watched, thank you so much. I'm going to switch the camera to my beautiful face to finish this off. Maybe that'll switch appropriately. I'll put everyone on the goodbye screen. So with Adventure in Mind, have a wonderful night. Again, I hope you all enjoyed. Watch your stuff. Check out Sages Inc. Buy stuff from WWE for us. All that fun stuff. Code for this month, well, probably the last time we use it, is free class, FRECLAS. Get you your 10% off on the website. Anything else, Younger? Am I missing any important? Oh! Our drawing finished today. It's now officially over, so I get to start tallying up people, making sure I didn't miss any entries. It will be rolled on the 1st at the same time as our Wheel of Chaos. I will talk to the winner directly afterwards, all that fun stuff, so they can get their fun painted mini from me. Okay, with that, everyone on the stream, have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here and watching the entire time. For those of you watching on YouTube later, we'll see you later.
Bye.